Good morning.
Week 2, fantasy football. We are live to help you out win your leagues. There's a lot of injuries going on today, but we're,
Gross.
we're going to go through our picks of the week first because we didn't do this last week. We stumbled a bit. So, first up on the board, we got, let's see, James's picks. James, you want to go through your sleeper dark horse, your buy in, and your bust?
Yeah, with the Ravens running back situations with the last week, I just feel like Justice Hill's being slept on when I think it's going to be kind of 50-50 with the workload, and Justice Hill got a fair share of carries last week, and I don't think the focus will be on him as much. So I think it's worth the risk, and he's pretty dynamic too as a receiving back. So I like playing Justice Hill. Here's a sleeper. I think he's going to be more available in leagues than some other Raven running backs. And then speaking of injuries, with how many injuries the Packers could be facing with Jones and Watson as well. Dobbs is a sexier pick, but Jaden Reed got some looks last week, so I like Jaden Reed as a buy-in pick here because I think he's just going to get more of the target load than he normally would with the Packer injuries. And then bust, if you can even call this a bust. I know he's starting in a lot of fantasy leagues this week, but against that Jets defense, I think people will start him because of how good the Cowboys looked last week, but Prescott didn't do anything. He had only a few points in a lot of leagues. So yeah, there's better quarterback plays. I have Dak in one of my leagues. I picked up Purdy and started him instead. There's just a lot of other better options out there than Dak Prescott.
Of course.
Yeah, Zach will agree.
That's true. All right. Well, Caleb's doing whatever he's doing. All right. We'll move on to, I believe this is Zach's picks. Zach's picks.
All right. Sleeper pick. I got Josh Reynolds. They're going against the Seahawks today. They give up 6 catches to a secondary receiver in the slot, Tutu Atwell, last week. So I think Josh Reynolds will do good today because he had some really big catches last week against Kansas City. So I believe Josh Reynolds gets himself open today. I'm buying in 100% on Christian Kirk today because Josh Reynolds lit up Kansas City last week. And I think Christian Kirk is a better receiver than Josh Reynolds. So I'm looking for a big day from him out of the slot because he'll probably get most of his snaps from the slot. And my bust for the day, Adam Thielen going against that Saints defense. I don't think that they can handle the pressure that the Saints are going to create. And I don't think there's a chance for Young to get Thielen the ball. So I would not play that guy today.
Ain't mad at it. All right, we got one question in. We'll answer this real quick. Who do I start at wide receiver and flex PPR? Waddle, Mike Williams, Jameer Gibbs, or James Conner? Wait, my mic was muted. Who
This
do
is
I
Waddle,
start
100%,
at
right?
wide receiver and flex PPR?
Well,
No, it's
Waddle's
Mike
tough
Williams
against the Patriots.
100%. Yeah.
It's a tougher matchup against New England, but I don't know. I don't know about 100% for either of those guys, just because Gibbs looked pretty flashy last week, and then Seattle, I think, is a playable against defense, and then James Conner against the Commanders defense isn't the worst play either.
I just feel like the Titans are big play susceptible. Like that's what they do is they give up the big play. And that's all Mike Williams does. I mean, I would pick Mike
There-
Williams on that today.
I'll go Gibbs.
I'm
I think Gibbs has the highest upside.
Gibbs definitely has the highest upside. He's definitely the boomer bust play, but I'm going Jalen Waddle. I mean, you drafted him probably second, third round. I mean, and what is the matchup today? I mean,
They play the Patriots. That's the problem.
yeah, but I mean, Jack Jones is going to be covering Tyreek Hill then, which means that their second corner is going to be on him, which assumingly is Christian Gonzalez, and Jalen Waddle should be able to expose that.
Yeah,
Should
that's
be.
what Devontae Smith thought last week too. And see how that worked out.
Yeah, but it was
That
also
Patriots
raining.
defense
It was
is
also
way
raining.
better than it doesn't matter. They threw the ball like it wasn't raining. That defense in New England is way better than people give it credit for.
Maybe they're just idiots for throwing in the rain. Could be that too.
And the Commanders' front four is pretty legit. So actually, yeah, James Conner's probably
James
not
Conner's not playable.
not
in
to
my
play
opinion.
with these guys.
All right, so
But the Titans' defense looked good. I still have some thought. They covered. They covered last week. They didn't win,
Here we go.
but they played well. The defense looked good. It was against the Saints team that had a new quarterback, yeah, and a new offense. But I mean, this is legitimately this is a good question to start because this is one of those ones that you can make the case for a few of the guys. The case against Gibbs, who was my pick, is David Montgomery, but I think Gibbs is a more dynamic receiving back than Montgomery is.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I would. You'd have a better chance of getting me to agree to Gibbs than you would Waddle.
But that's fine. I'm a running back lover anyways, so.
all right, so it sounds like you're in between Waddle, Gibbs, and I'm pretty sure whatever one you pick, you can't go
I mean,
wrong.
to be honest with you, I think Waddle, Mike Williams, and Jameer Gibbs are all like kind of an embarrassment of riches if you get to choose which one you're playing at wide receiver and flex. Oh, you get to start two of them. Hang on. At wide receiver and flex. Oh,
Yeah.
Waddle and Gibbs. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So there you go. Y'all answered the question. Both of them, man. Two.
Hell
Yeah, or Williams and Gibbs, just not Connor.
yeah. Just not Connie.
Alrighty. Next up, I'm gonna do Calvin's picks so I can find these.
Hell yeah.
Nope, those are Caleb's. Calvin's picks are right here. Week 2.
Yeah, this just feels like a Jackson Smith and Jigba week. Like it just feels like this is the type of week where they're going to attack with the slot. Honestly, there's no mathematical reason behind me choosing Jackson Smith. I just wanted to because A, I think he's a stud, and B, I do think that the Lions struggle with slot wide receivers. I mean, if you look at last week, Kansas City was wide open on a lot of routes, but they just couldn't complete passes. Jackson Smith and Jigba is a sure-handed wide receiver. Shouldn't have any issues. James Cook, the Buffalo Bills are going to need a running attack that's not Josh Allen running the ball at some point. I'm not saying that you play him this week, but you definitely buy into the future of what James Cook could be with that offense, especially to alleviate a little bit of pressure from Josh Allen. And then my bust is Joshua Kelly, which might surprise some people, but if you look at the statistics when he plays in games without Austin Eckler, it's not good. Rushing wise, I think it was 144 yards on 55 total carries for 2.9 yards per carry. Hasn't found the end zone as the running back one whatsoever. He's been kind of productive in the receiving game here and there. 2 games where he had 5 receptions. Other than that, his next highest game was 2 receptions. I'm just staying away from Joshua Kelly just because of what history has told us in the past. And honestly, that Titans defense is pretty good against the run.
I'm at it.
You're-
While Caleb talks to people on TikTok, I'll go through mine.
Hell yeah.
Week 2, my sleeper, I put Roshan Johnson. I think that he's going to outrun Khalil Herbert today. For buy-in, I put Rashid Shaheed. Zach told me on it when Derek Carr told him that just go out there and I'm going to throw you the ball. And I watched that and I saw the energy and I was like, you know what? I think he's going to do good. Projections have him high today. And then my bust is Garrett Wilson, only because of his quarterback, Zach Wilson. If he doesn't get that lucky touchdown catch, then he ain't gonna be doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Zach Wilson's the guy now, though.
Yeah,
He's him. Zach
Ooh, I
said he's
hate
the greatest
he has
quarterback of all
money.
time.
Say that one more time.
I said Zach said he was the greatest quarterback of all time.
I'll say that I was wrong. I thought he was going to be better than he is, but I did not say that.
Fair.
It's not an NFL quarterback.
Zach got stock in Zach Wilson, and James got stock in
the Titans.
Chicago.
Hey, they covered.
We got another question. Blurpy. Start for full PPR. Garrett Wilson, Samuel Debo, Rashad White, AJ Dillon, Connor, and Kelly. I've decided on Wilson, Debo, and Dillon. I think I'm low-key thinking about benching Wilson, but don't know if I should.
So honestly, my sleeper for this week was going to be Rashad White again, but I felt like it would be repetitive to do the same thing 2 weeks in a row. So I didn't go with that. But I do think Rashad White is going to have a better week this week than he did last week overall. I mean, the Bears defense just doesn't handle the run very well. And also receiving backs kind of kill him, as you saw last week with Aaron Jones.
Definitely play A.J. Dillon.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah. Because somebody's not playing.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones is playing.
Yeah.
Good play.
I think I'm a little higher on Josh Kelly than you are, Kyle.
And that's fine. I'm literally relying on history and the fact that the Titans have a good run defense.
Well, the only reason I'm to say that I don't even say high on him, but like more confident is because if you look at how they played last week, they never used to run Eckler between the tackles ever.
No. But I
last week that's all they did.
Yeah, I feel like that was almost a benefit to Joshua Kelly because they were loosening up the defense. And then, I mean, if you go into a game where you're 100%, and then the entire defense is, I don't know, 60, 70% at that time because of how tired they are, then, I mean, I'd probably be able to run for 17 yards too. I mean, not 17.
I'm just saying, I think that in between the tackle run game fits Kelly a lot better than trying to stretch the ball.
It does, but running in between the
And
tackles
you
on the
said a
Titans,
second ago, what are you talking about?
they play well against
Other
the
than
run.
Simmons and Danico Autry, that defense sucks. What the fuck are you like?
They
I literally
play well against the run.
No, they don't. Like, we suck. We sucked for 2 years, and the only team we could do good against is them. Like, they cannot stop the run. Joshua Kelly will do fine. I'm not saying he's going to have a monster 200-yard game, but I think that he'll do okay.
If they can't stop the run, why is it that in total last week the Titans gave up 70 total rushing yards on at least 30 carries to all Saints running backs?
Because people don't realize Jamal Williams is a red zone running back.
Sure. What about Rashid Shaheed? Why didn't he?
But they didn't use him. They didn't use him.
Yeah, he had 2 runs for 11 yards.
Okay, 2 runs. Like, you can't get anything going on 2 runs.
Jamal you think Williams the coach is going to not use something that's working?
Jamal Williams is not going to get you on the ground in between the 20s. That's just not what he does.
Oh, so you're saying that a running back that runs between the tackles struggled against the Titans, but we're going to take a running back.
No, what I'm telling you is there's a difference between a running back who does it well in space and a running back who does it in the red zone. Sure. And they don't have a dude that does it in space. Kendra Miller didn't play last week.
Mm-hmm.
Kamara's gone. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you don't have that.
Shout out Tony Jones Jr.
The Chargers have Kelly and they have Spiller. So it'll be there was just a misnomer. Like, the Titans look better than they really were.
Shout out CJ Spiller.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, James. I didn't
Thank
mean
you.
to offend.
I wasn't able to sell any of it off, so the Titans defense
still ball, baby.
Is elite.
That's funny.
They caught a tough break because their quarterback sucks, but
in the pass rushing game, they're very good. Everything else, they're
solid
middle
defense.
of the pack, mid at best.
It's a very solid defense.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Caleb.
I got y'all. Y'all ready for my picks?
Yeah, we were already waiting for yours.
Yeah, I figured.
All right.
Okay, so my sleeper is going to be Joshua Kelly, obviously, since Austin Eckler's out. Joshua Kelly for sure is going to get a lot of reps. I feel like Elijah Dotson's probably going to take some from him. I'm not really too worried about Spiller, but I still think Kelly's going to be the number 1 over there. Buy-in, for sure, you got to go Sam Laporta. Laporta is going to be a really good tight end this year just based off of the one game that I saw him play so far. And then my bust is definitely Najee Harris. I'm upset that I had to keep him in my Dynasty League because that's all I had. So, yeah. Najee sucks. I'm sorry for anybody that has to play him like I have to today.
I didn't pick him, so I'm good. I didn't pick him. We can go through a lot of injury reports are coming in.
All right, start with the one I want to know about. Is Aaron Jones playing?
No, him and Christian
think
Watson are out.
Aaron Jones is out. Yeah, A.J. Dillon is going to be insane today.
Yeah,
I hope so. I like Dylan. Tough game last week, but
Dylan sucks.
Dylan does suck.
All right, we'll go to that game first since there's a lot of fantasy implications. Green Bay versus Atlanta, indoors, so don't worry about weather. We'll start on Green Bay side. Aaron Jones hurt, out. Christian Watson out. AJ Dillon is a must play. I'm feeling right.
Yeah, you have to play him. It was a tough week one in spots, but maybe knowing that he's the guy and preparing for that will benefit him. But yeah, it's you got to play him.
I would
Hope
kind
for
of
the
play Luke Musgrave this week also if I had him. I'll be honest with you. Like the dude had the most air yards of any tight end in football last week. It's just Jordan Love those shitty balls sometimes, but Luke can get open.
Especially if you
yeah,
don't
Romeo
have,
Dobbs is another play.
I was gonna say, especially if you don't have a top tier tight end, then I would say Musgrave should be a play for you.
I got Hunter Henry.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're set, man. For sure.
I got Logan Thomas.
I don't know about AJ Dillon, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate when, and I did it last week, and I tried to buy into it with Isaiah Likely, and that bit me in the fucking ass. But I hate when we play players because they get a plethora of opportunities. Like I don't think that's good, smart fantasy football.
It
Just because-
depends.
Well, I mean, it does, but like,
What I mean like that, like not to cut you off, but
Yeah,
if
go
you're
ahead.
getting a good workload already and then it just increases, yes, that is like indicative of picking you. But if you're like somebody who's filling in for somebody who carries a way bigger workload than you, yes, I agree with you. Like that's just a stupid ass reason to pick somebody.
Like the
100%,
Ravens
like,
running back. Yeah, with Dobbins getting
No.
hurt.
The Ravens running back haven't had a consistent running back in years, James. You should be fine. I mean, for example, Zach, right? Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb when they were on the same team together. If one of those two was out, you played the other one just because we knew that they still had the talent to succeed. AJ Dillon has yet to prove a lot of things in terms of being a workhorse back. He just hasn't done anything as a bell cow.
He had that one game a couple years ago against the elite Titans run defense when Aaron Jones was out, and he was the number one. It was in the snow in Lambeau, and he ran all over, arguably one of the best running defenses in the league. And
Honestly, the snow in Lambeau, AJ Dillon having a big game doesn't surprise me.
right, and that's when he came onto the scene, but he hasn't really been able to replicate that since to that extent, and a lot of it is just not getting that consistent workload. And I mean, he's built for it. He's built to. I mean, he's built more like a late '90s, early 2000s running back.
He's
And-
Mike Allstott.
Yeah, and I think that might actually hurt him sometimes in today's game. I liked when they did some stuff with him and Jones on the field at the same time last year because, yeah, it's like a Mike Allstott role where you can have a running back next to him. Not saying he's a fullback, but I mean,
Let me ask you
can't-
this: do y'all worry about him playing?
Yeah,
If he were to,
if Aaron Jones was the running back for the Green Bay Packers, I would not be okay with our.
no, I'm saying like
Or sorry,
if I told you that he was getting 20 snaps, 20 carries today, do you worry about that?
yeah, 100%, because we're getting 2 yards a carry.
He's better than other backup running backs, though. As a backup running back, I don't worry about it.
What he said.
In that instance, if you're worried, then I wouldn't play him. You know what I mean?
That's where I'm at. Like, I'm not so sure we rushed to play AJ Dillon just because of his workload.
There's other backup running backs I feel that produce more than he will today, even though he's gonna get the reps, even though he's gonna get it. Because like Calvin said, if you get 20 reps and they're all for 2 yards, that don't give me nothing for PPR, and that doesn't give me anything at all. It's gonna
I
look
just want to
good.
bring one thing into consideration, though. Like, I'm not disagreeing because I'm thinking the same way. Last week, the Texans got to the goal line 3 times against Baltimore, and when we got there, we had no clue what to do because we had no confidence in anybody.
Yeah.
At least today, I have a feeling that your offense will have some confidence in AJ Dillon
Yeah.
on the goal line.
Oh, on the goal line, sure. I mean, he's 6'5", like 270. I would have confidence in that dude doing anything that requires physical.
But I think LaFleur is good enough to take what you have and figure out a way to get it to the inside the 10.
Honestly, for whatever reason, I just have a weird feeling that Patrick Taylor is going to have a day more so than AJ Dillon, and that's
Right.
crazy because he's off the practice squad. But I genuinely think he mirrors Aaron Jones on a lot of different attributes in his game. Like he's a fast catching running back who loves to get outside the tackles.
That's what I'm worried about is Aaron Jones, I feel like still doesn't get as much respect as he should
100%.
and being an elite running back. And last week, when they whipped on the Bears, a lot of that was Aaron Jones's big play opportunities. And that's where I'm a little worried about this game. The Packers open as 1-point favorites, but with all the injuries, they're 2.5-point underdogs. My dumb ass bet on them earlier in the week before the injury reports, which you probably shouldn't do. I still think they can win this game because I don't trust Desmond Ridder at all. So this is from a gambling perspective, but it's going to have to take a big outing by maybe a Luke Musgrave or a Malik Heath or one of these lesser known guys, and then Dylan. Yeah, I think to your point, they're gonna have to get something out of someone unexpected.
All right, we're gonna pause
My boy
this.
Jaden Reed.
Hey,
He is a name that a lot of people are picking up today in Yahoo and ESPN leagues, especially with Watson out. Parker Bledsoe asks, Bourne, Ayuk, or Garrett Wilson at flex?
I will
Ayuk.
scream it from the mountaintops. You play Ayuk every single week this year without question.
Especially if Brock Purdy's your quarterback.
100%. Screaming from the mountaintops. Brandon Ayuk is a must start.
I would try to trade Garrett Wilson.
That's a good question because over on TikTok, the number one question I've been getting right now is Brandon Ayuk or Chris Olave.
You should put a sign behind you that says you're an idiot if you don't play Brandon Ayuk.
Yes, but you're an idiot if you don't play Chris Olave as well.
I would
No,
find a
you're
way
an
to
idiot
play
if you don't play
both
Brandon
of those dudes.
100%.
You want yes. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
you wanna
how,
play
wait, how the
both.
hell can you not play both of them?
Exactly.
Yeah, those two are like much
Garrett Wilson though, when a team has a shitty quarterback, sometimes, like often when a team has a shitty quarterback, they do find that one target that they're comfortable with, and we saw it last week with that touchdown. And Garrett Wilson was good enough to have that touchdown, and it was a poorly thrown ball by Zach Wilson
Catch
too.
of the
So
year.
I don't think, maybe not this week against the Cowboys, who will be honing in on him, but against worse defenses, I think Garrett Wilson may be a play in weeks to come.
yeah, for sure. I agree with that. I think Dallas dials up too much pressure.
I'm trading him.
I hate them, you know that, but they still got Michael Parsons.
Right.
I can't hate
They're
on
gonna-
that guy.
Port Wilson's screwed this week. Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
All right. Zachary goes, I got Eckler, Christian Watson, and JT obviously out. Yeah. Ugly lineup this week, but who to start? Samaje Perine or Gus Edwards at RB2? And then at flex, Juju, Allen Robinson, or Slayton, PPR.
Who's your trainer on your team? They're not doing a great job. Everyone's getting-
Yeah,
Jeez.
I got Watson and Aaron Jones.
I feel like this is relatively easy. I'm going to Samaje Perine and Allen Robinson.
I
I definitely go
ate
Allen
last week.
Robinson.
He
The
ate
running
last
back.
week.
I don't trust Gus Edwards. I don't trust any running back honestly in the Ravens, with Lamar being the
Right.
number one running back there. Obviously, Mark Andrews is probably back, so he's going to be chunking it to him a lot.
The only reason I lean so heavily on Samaje Perine is because of the last three letters in that entire paragraph, which is PPR. And Samaje Perine catches the ball a lot every game.
Yeah, and I was and I mean look at who he's going up against on the depth chart also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
are
right,
y'all-
fair enough.
I think-
I'll take that.
Now is the,
I can see Allen Robinson having a step back a bit this week. Although against Tampa's defense, I don't know if that's not a terrible matchup, but I don't trust Juju or Slayton enough to justify.
Oh, sir.
I was gonna say I'm
Putting
going
him over
Allen
Robinson.
Robinson on this one for sure because, like I've been saying, Juju's knee's gonna explode at some point, and I still don't trust Slayton.
The Patriots said Juju's 100%. What are you talking about?
I know they said that, but it's not true.
I mean, barring injury though, like even just production wise, I don't
I'm just saying, Allen Robinson ran 10 straight fucking snaps out of the slot last week, and that's pretty indicative of confidence to me.
I'm playing him this week. I mean, I have no choice thanks to the Green Bay Packers, but yeah, I'm playing him. I have to play him at some point. Dane Bowden goes, "Hey guys, I'm new and in need of a dire help. Who should I start at flex and PPR? Jay Dotson, R. Mostert, Nico Collins, definitely, and Gus Edwards."
That's a tough one.
Not really,
But
because
is it
the first thing I want to say is Mostert. Aside from they're playing the Patriots, I would go straight up Nico Collins against the Colts this week.
I mean, Nico Collins is definitely a play. I mean,
He had a good second half last week. He got comfortable with CJ Stroud. the Colts can't cover nothing. They can't cover themselves in bed. So
I just think though with the O line, bro, you got 4 starters out. Laremy Tunsil's out. You got pretty much a band-aid line, O line.
But the only reason I feel that way is because we sucked last week, and the
Yeah.
Colts' defensive line isn't as good. All we did was go to the second half. We quit running the ball as much. We ran a 3-by-1, 3 receivers on that side of the ball, 1 on that side, and he just ran a bunch of bullshit in routes, and he caught like 7 balls.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
being realistic, that is CJ's most comfortable receiver. It looks like, because between him and Robert Trees, it was the other guys didn't get no love.
Mm-mm.
Zach, you know better defensive ball than I do. What does the second corner on Denver look like? Is that a good situation?
The second corner in Denver, it's okay. Their secondary is good because they got good safety help, but I also take in consideration they spent money on Zach Allen, who's a really good pass rusher. So they bolstered that.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go Jahan Dotson here. Very, very.
He let me down last week. He let me down.
I feel like Jahan Dotson, like, this is something that everybody should have known. He wasn't going to be like that week 1 blow up. This is a guy who's you're going to stash and then play against favorable matchups.
Well, I need to see it another week. I need to know if it was you that sucked or if it was Sam Howell that sucked, because somebody in that situation sucked.
Sam Howell sucks. And I think for Gus Edwards, when we talked about the Ravens running backs already, but if you want the highest upside here, he also I think he has the lowest floor too, though. He could have 1 carry for 8 yards, but then there's a world where he has like 2 touchdowns, 45 yards, which doesn't sound like as appealing, but you never know with the Ravens running backs, as Calvin said. But I think upside wise, playing one, either him or Justice Hill, would have a higher ceiling. You just would have to live with the floor. And honestly, a few of the, like Dotson's another one who could have 1 reception for 12 yards by the end of the game too. So it's
I'll say that.
some risky plays no matter who you go with there.
I'll tell you this: last week against the Ravens, the Texans didn't have no problems with J.K. Dobbins. They really didn't even have problems with containment on Lamar. But for some reason, the few snaps Gus had, we couldn't stop him. I was like, what the hell is going on here? And I know Justice Hill had 2 touchdowns, but he literally took those from the 1. So it's like, you kind of.
Right.
I like Gus Edwards.
I just don't know.
I just like Collins better.
With them bringing in Melvin Gordon and everything, I kind of just feel like they don't even know who the hell they're running with also. And it's like they're going to go with the hot hand, and if for some reason somebody breaks off of something, then Gus is going to get stashed on the back, and you're missing out on points you could get from somebody else is the way I feel about it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm going Dotson. Just because gut feeling. That's it.
I'm going Nico Collins.
Homer.
No,
You don't say that.
the accusations.
I'm going with Dotson only because I'm playing him, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, I go Dotson.
I'll ride this wave out with.
Yeah, Penn State receiver.
Titans first round. Peter Skoransky is inactive today. Tom Pelosi says look for a much bigger role from Lions rookie Jahmyr Gibbs.
Woo, Jahmyr.
Alrighty, let's move on. Well, Atlanta, are y'all playing Drake London? Are y'all playing Kyle Pitts?
Hell no.
I think Drake London falls in that Jahan Dotson role where it's like, I don't trust Ritter enough to pick you.
Yeah, I don't trust Drake London, and not even because of him. It's because of Ritter.
I don't trust Drake London this week because he's covered by Jair Alexander.
I trust Bijan. Bijan's the best play for the Falcons today because the Packers' run defense has had some problems historically with elite running backs.
How do you feel about Tyler Algier?
We'll see.
Tyler Alligator, I was like it.
Mind you that
There's worse plays.
Bijan got a shit ton of targets last week. So if that tempers down, then Drake's going to get balls thrown his way.
Yeah. I don't know. Algier's kind of weak.
Like if you were that team that had a bunch of injuries that we just talked about, Algier is a good play. I feel like he's a solid guy. If I don't want to say desperate, but Yeah.
I mean, is he a worthy flex?
Probably. I mean, depending on what the rest of your team looks like, obviously. But
I mean,
If
if you
I-
have Aaron Jones out and say you have like, I'm just gonna throw a name out, like you got like Najee Harris.
I mean,
I mean,
yeah, probably. I'm playing out.
I'm playing Algier straight up
then your
because they're-
backup, say your backup's like, you went and got like Tank Bigsby and you're waiting on him to like do something. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
playing Tyler Algier.
If I have Algier, I'm for sure putting Algier in, like no doubt, because at the very least he's getting red zone work.
Dan, just one advice: when it says the gut feeling for fantasy, set it and forget it, man. Don't overthink it. Just set it,
Sure.
let it ride out. 'Cause then
And
you
if
start
we're
making-
right, subscribe to the network. If we're wrong, subscribe to the network.
all right,
That's
Ryan. Ryan asks
Sutton.
Sutton, Jones, Collins.
Mm.
I'm guessing this is probably like flex.
Boy, oh boy. Zach, where's your opinions at here?
well, you know, I just told you why I want Nico Collins, but there's some Zay Jones might go off against Kansas City. Like, it's also that's a relative term. Like, what does going off mean for him? You know,
5 catches for 80 yards on a tutty.
that's fucking monster day. That might be the best game he has all year. So
And watching the game with Zay Jones, I was high on this dude last year, but yeah, I was. I do feel though with the team, with him being what the third now, I would say over there, third option, fourth with Evan Ingram. I just feel like he's just getting free production over there right now, and you got to ride that wave out.
I'm going Sutton to keep it short and simple.
I'm
who
gonna
did
go with
who the Broncos
Zay
play?
Jones,
The Broncos play the Commanders.
Commanders.
I hate that name.
To keep it short and simple, it's Sutton for me, but I can see Nico Collins and Zay Jones.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I'm
this
going
is-
Nico Collins on that one. I just think
This
he's
is
gonna
one of
get-
those, you just throw them in, and they're probably going to get you 8 to 12, somewhere in there. Any one of these
Yeah, I
three.
can see each of these guys getting 8 to 12. Tyler, Montgomery, or Kelly?
Montgomery.
He just looked too good last week.
And they're going to give him the goal line work.
Oh yeah, Montgomery all the way. He's gonna get red zone work for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't let the rookie scare you yet.
Mm-hmm.
Go Montgomery. Tyler Hitch, Najee Harris, or AJ Dillon.
Can I choose neither?
I would go Dylan. Harris is facing a Browns defense that looked pretty legit last week, where Dylan's facing a better matchup, and he's going to get a bulk of the carries. And we just talked about AJ Dillon. If you missed it, basically we're saying it's hard to trust him because he's hasn't got a lot of carries, and at least as of late. And last week he was like 1.5 yards per carry or 2 yards per carry, but he's going to get more carries. And then Najee, I mean, it was tough last week against the Niners defense, and now they're going straight to another top 5, top 10 defense. So like these Steeler guys, just stash them and then wait. Like George Pickens is another one. Don't play them yet, but keep them on your roster, obviously, and then you can play them in week 3 or 4 once their schedule gets easier.
Tyler, if I'm forced to pick, which you said I am, I'm going to go with AJ Dillon for all the reasons that James just said.
Yes. All right. Adam, Javonte Williams or Mike Williams PPR?
Oof.
Mike
Oh,
Williams straight
yeah.
up.
Michael,
I was gonna say I think I gotta go Mike Williams on that one if it's PPR. Also, I got a gigantic thing of Monkey Cult coffee. So if y'all want to go buy some Monkey Cult coffee, be sure to use the Bayou10 code at checkout.
Time out a second. Weren't you supposed to drink
He's
mayonnaise
gonna
with
do it.
that?
We already
Yeah,
talked.
we're gonna make a video out of it.
We're gonna make a video and make him drink it, the mayonnaise separately.
Gotcha.
I didn't.
And make sure it's actually in there. You know, I'd hate for
It's
someone to
gonna
get
be.
bamboozled. And
It's
No,
gonna
I'm making sure it's Miracle Whip with extra calories in that mug.
all right.
All right. Isaiah put this trash tight end Okinawa and
Kyle
Luke
Cole.
Musgrave.
I'm going Musgrave for the fact that Christian Watson's out and he looked like he was ready to pop off last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Musgrave feels like the
Musgrave.
better one, but if
And I'm not
Skoronski
trusting
being
Tannehill. Sorry. Go
if
ahead.
Skoronski being out, you think they're gonna run the ball as much?
They're gonna have to. I mean, that's all they really have besides DeAndre.
I mean,
Hopkins.
you took a rookie and get worse. I don't know because I didn't think they run the ball. I'll go Luke. I think Luke's a really good tight end.
I'm gonna go Luke. I just feel that Okinawa did nothing but cardio last week, and all right. Elijah says Tyler Alligator or Debo at flex.
Dude, this is tough because I'm staying away from Devo as much as I possibly can.
I mean, but going against the Rams today, I would go with any 49ers player because the only person that could stop them is McVay.
That's the same.
It's
thing
just
we
a
said
matter
last
of
week
if you're
about
going to
the
get your
Seahawks, though.
numbers called this week.
That's the same thing we said about last week about the Seahawks, though. And
No, we
that
did
go
not.
well.
I believe I can pull film from last week that said if CMC's on this team, Debo does not do well.
You were saying when all three guys are healthy, Debo takes a step back. I actually like Debo in this situation because we said earlier Algiers to play if you're desperate and you don't have someone more solid. I think Debo's still solid enough to warrant starting over Algier. And if it's PPR too, then
I'm going to Algier. Call me the lone wolf. That's fine.
Next up, I'm going Tyler Alligator. Colin, Mike Williams or Kelly at flex.
Mikey,
Yeah, Mike.
yeah, we've all been riding the Mike Williams train on these toss-ups.
Don't make that choose a bad choice, James. Don't do it. You're
man,
already
I'm
a
telling you,
Titans owner.
James, that he's gonna have. I'm not saying he's gonna have 14 catches or nothing, but he's gonna have a couple big plays against that Titans defense. It's gonna happen today. That's all he does, and that's what they give up.
I'll buy a ticket on the Mike Williams Express.
Hell
Thanks,
yeah.
sir.
I'm in like the lower class seats though. I don't get like a free meal or anything.
You didn't pay for like first class tickets.
I'll make you a deal. If I'm wrong, I'll let you unload some of those Titan shares on me, and then
Oh, thank you. I'm in the Leo Titanic part of the train. I'm in the
Oh,
not
he's
in the upper
barely
class.
hanging on the door. Oh man! All right, we'll move on to Bears Buccaneers. Clear skies, don't worry about it. Tampa has some nice weather out there.
Rashad White. Play him.
I think that this is going to be a flip. I think this week Godwin does good, Evans doesn't do so well.
I can see it. I'm more stuck on Rashad White, honestly. Like, I think you can play Godwin and Mike Evans every single week, and you'll get some production out of them.
Mm-hmm.
But like running back is the hardest spot to actually find solid or great production in. And the Bears are not great against the run or pass catching running back, so I'm going Rashad White.
The only thing that makes me nervous about Rashad White is they're so dependent on him. He's one pop away from being out.
Sure, I can see that. They drafted a rookie who looks solid too. So honestly, this is not really one of those situations where you're grabbing people because of the like production that they're going to get per se, but because of the quality of player. And I think that he has a favorable matchup this week.
I'm good with that. I agree with that.
Rashad White for sure.
Are y'all
What's
confident?
the?
Oh, well, you can go, James.
No, we're just saying the betting angle. Don't bet on this game. The Buccaneers are 2.5 point favorites. I don't think people know what to do with this game because Tampa won in Minnesota last week, and then the Bears got shit on.
True.
It's impossible to tell. Was that a fluky game? Like it had to have been a fluky game on one of the ends. I don't think Tampa's as good as. I think Minnesota just kind of sucks, and I think the Packers might be pretty good. So I think it's an overreaction to bet on either of them. If you like the under 40, the over-under is 40 points. I don't know if it's going to get much higher than that. Not that I trust either of these defenses, though. Yeah, so don't bet on this game.
Colin Daughtry asks Puka or Algier.
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 Yeah, I picked up Puka in a couple of my leagues just to have him, but not against the Niners who play Algier here.
Yeah, he's playing one of the toughest, if not the toughest.
I personally have to play Puka, but yeah, I would go Algier.
So what was I reading? Insider Ian Rappaport says expect the Falcons to split carries with both of their running backs. Mark Andrews will play today for the Ravens, and the Bears tell Justin Fields they want him to air it out.
I think Mark
That's why I had a
likely
feeling
to
that
go.
they're gonna win today. Like I have a feeling the Bears are gonna put a pretty decent amount of points. And if what'd you say, James? It was Bucks -2.
-2.5. Yeah.
Yeah, I might take the Bears like over that. I think the Bears win by 10.
The best bet here, I agree, is take the Bears money line. I think the Tampa being favored is the overreaction. Well, and the Bears getting shit on is the overreaction. But I can see Justin Fields running for some big gains against this Tampa defense.
I'm gonna stick my neck out there for this dumbass one more time. I think DJ Moore is gonna have one good game. So we'll see.
It's the last time for real.
Nick leave. You made Nick leave. Hey, I'm with you. I'm going DJ Moore this week for sure. I think DJ Moore is gonna have a good ass game.
All right, what we got?
All right.
Puka or Flowers or Kelly at flex? Straight up, Zay Flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zay Flowers.
That dude's different good. When you can show up week 1 and probably claim your number 1 spot on a wide receiver room like that, I'm riding that hot hand. I go Zay Flowers against the Bengals this week.
Can I piggyback then? This is a personal question, but I had Christian Kirk or Zay Flowers.
Oh, see, that's a tougher one.
Yeah, that's what I have in a league where I'm
I'm
desperate.
going Kirk.
I'm going Kirk on that one.
I think
I'm gonna
still
go
going
Kirk
Zay
too.
Flowers.
No, I'm gonna go Kirk.
I think Kirk is, man, he's just so good in that slot area. And Sunshine knows how to get him that ball.
Yeah, that's why I put it in, but I'm like, man, I might
I
regret
feel like
not having Zay
Sunshine's
Flowers.
really only going to try and get the ball to Ridley right now, though. That's why I'm worried about
We
it.
got 5 questions, so y'all can.
Okay.
We got Christian Watson appears to be out, so should I play Hollywood Brown or Alan Lazard or Adam Thielen?
Oh, yeah.
If those are my options, I play Monopoly because I don't want Anna.
I didn't like either of those names at
Between the
all.
3, I'm going Adam Thielen.
You can't tell me Jaden Reed or Puka or someone is on the waiver wire.
Yeah,
Or Luke Musgrave.
I would
if it's a flex.
dump Thielen. I
Yeah,
don't think Thielen has much value.
I would dump Lazard.
And then Lazard, you could argue too.
I'd dump him
Oh,
in every
you
league
could
I
dump.
had.
And Hollywood. I don't.
There's got to be waiver wire
Yeah.
players on your.
Yeah.
That's your answer. Go scope your waiver wire. Let us know what's on there.
Yeah,
Hey,
there's no-
All right, but if you had to play one of these 3,
If I had to play one, I think I would probably have to say Hollywood because he's the only one that has any upside.
yeah.
Playing Thielen.
I feel disgusted. I'm picking either Hollywood or Adam. I don't like Lazard, especially
Go
with Zach
Hollywood.
Wilson.
Thielen might have some upside, but I don't know.
Definitely.
Yeah, just let us know. Next one. Got a dire AF dynasty situation. Sold out depth for Bijan. Now Eckler's out. 1 spot. Trey Palmer,
Butte,
Boutte, White,
Jalen Hyatt,
Latavius
Latavius Murray.
Amid Morset, leaning Palmer touchdown upside versus JUCO Bears.
All right, so this is going to be one of those situations where either I'm 100% right or I'm 100% motherfucking wrong. But that's usually how it goes. I feel like Jalen Hyatt is going to pop the fuck off this week, and I have no idea why. Like, I have no numbers behind it, nothing to prove it. But, like, after they have a week like that, especially going up against the Cardinals, like, that's a week where you try to get him incorporated in the offense. I'm not saying the Cardinals defense is horrible by any means. But if you're going to have any success in the passing game this week, or in this year, you have to establish a number 1 wide receiver, and Jalen Hyatt has the talent to do that. So I'm personally playing Hyatt.
I feel the exact same way about Keyshawn Butte.
100%.
Because when that game got tight last week against Philly, on all 3rd down conversions, even the time they went in on 4th down, they targeted Butte. Like, they knew who the guy to get open was. And I could at least say Hyatt. I like Jalen Hyatt, but he's got Wanda Robinson in front of him. Latavius Murray got a little bit more run than I thought he was, but I got to go Butte on that, bro. And like I said, I have no numbers to support that, but if I feel in my balls that somebody's going to blow up today, it's Butte.
My balls
If you have a feeling that you're a Butte guy,
Yeah.
I'm always chasing the Butte.
I mean, me and my coach have done
Yeah.
some things with some females that were never mind.
what?
Jesus Christ.
I've always been a Butte guy too. So go
You know what?
Butte.
I'm a Butte guy. Also like this.
We're all Butte guys.
Yeah, I'll go Butte. I'm done.
Don't be surprised Jalen Hyatt has 17. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm not, but it's highly unlikely.
I think those two are out of all these are the.
Let me tell you why I'm a little bit down on Jalen Hyatt, Calvin,
Sure, absolutely.
because he has one route, and it's just a go route.
Yeah,
And you know what Daniel Jones can't do?
he doesn't have very good arm strength. I'm aware.
He can't chunk that bitch. So, right mind frame, wrong quarterback.
Hey, there's an update right now that says the Falcons will split the carries between Bijan and Algier today.
My boy been missing for this entire show.
No, I know. I just got the update right now.
Yeah, Nick said that
Start Brian Robinson Jr. or Dalvin Cook. Brian Robinson for sure.
Oh, yeah. Brian Robinson,
100%.
no doubt.
Yeah, I'm not doing Dalvin. Tyler Hitch, Hunter Henry, or Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram.
I have Hunter Henry. I'm not playing it unless I have.
I'm gonna be the oddball on this one. I can't keep picking people to go against Kansas City. Like I can't have Kirk being good and
True,
really
there's only
doing
enough
good.
weapons.
Like there's only one ball, and then Hunter. I'm telling you, Young is gonna have a hard time getting that ball out against the Saints today. So he's gonna rely on Hunter Henry and Tommy Tremble today. So I'm going Hunter Henry on that one.
Real quick, hit your waiver wire up, dude. If Luke Musgrave is there, there's probably a better option out there. 100%.
I like Hunter Henry.
I like Hunter.
To do what?
You got a touchdown better than your Isaiah Likely did last week.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
He would,
No,
hey,
no,
listen.
He-
Caleb, I don't give a
That's
fuck what
personal.
you gotta say. Listen,
I played him last week.
He
and
got
lost because of you.
16 points
And?
in Yahoo. So I can't say the dude's a scrub if Mac Jones is only looking for him. I mean, he ain't got much competition, but I can't do a Giddy Gesicki, so he did better than Likely. All right, next one.
he's likely to do well.
Puka, Flowers, or Kelly at flex?
That's the same question we answered earlier, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I think he added one, but all right. Kirk or Zay Flowers? Which we already
See, that's a tough question right there for me.
Kirksey.
For this week, I probably will go Christian Kirk, but
Mm.
I like Zay a little bit better. But Zay, they go against the Bengals today.
Kirksey.
I'm gonna go with Kirk.
Tyler, check. I know you said the waiver wire sparse. Check to see if Luke Musgrave is out there. Just check. Maybe get lucky somebody drop Kyle Pitts and he'll have like 8 points or some shit.
Tyler, go with Christian Kirk over Zay just for this week, I think.
I do like
Yeah.
Zay Flowers. You got Zay, you're doing
Zach.
real good. Way 22 says Zach Jones or Amari Cooper.
Zay Jones
Yeah.
or Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper.
Murray might not play.
Yeah, Amari Cooper hurt his groin, so you kind of have to go Jones.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna take the chance because obviously they play tomorrow at 7:15. That's the last game of the week.
Yeah.
I'd honestly take the guarantee points out of Zay Jones before I'd play Amari Cooper.
If the only way I'm playing Amari is if I have like an Allen Robinson or somebody I can switch in beforehand. That's 8. It's kind of what we had dealt with last week with Waller. Like, unless you got somebody to put in for that spot, I ain't playing you, bro, because I'd rather get some points than a fat 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. He said he's not.
Okay. You know Zay Jones? That's a smart play way.
I like Zay Jones. Zay Jones, my boy.
He's likely to do well.
He is likely to do well.
So,
Now,
Weekend.
hey Nick, what's the weather report on that game?
On what
I
time?
think it's raining like a son of a bitch. The Jacksonville, Kansas City.
Light rain now. It's moving out Jacksonville. Depending on what time they play, it should be just a little bit of rain still.
All right, good. I just wanted to make sure because I would hate to tell this dude to go get Zay Jones, and then we get there, and they get there, it's pouring down rain, and it's a run fest.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
that
I
was-
just
that
picked
was-
up Zay Jones off waiver and I dropped Sky Moore. I think that's a W. I would 100% agree.
Yeah.
Sky Moore is an imposter.
oh.
Yeah, go ahead
Imposter.
and then fall for that.
He's gonna bite you in the ass, bro. He's going off this week. Watch.
Yeah, weather in Jacksonville is good up until about 5. So they'll be fine.
They will be fine indeed.
Oh, all right. Next game: Houston Texans versus Indianapolis Colts.
Oy.
So we're let's talk about the Nico Collins train, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're bought in that he's the one that's going to pop off, and it's not Bobby Trees.
No, I think they'll both do well.
Okay. Define well in fantasy terms for me.
Well, see, they're both so bad that well is. I'll say this: I'll give 90 yards to Nico Collins this week,
Okay.
and well for Robert Woods is like 50.
Okay. And a couple balls and a tutty, or
If you're gonna get a touchdown from anybody, it's probably gonna be Collins.
okay.
How many
I mean,
receptions do you think?
It's hard to say because, like Nick said earlier, our O line is beat up today real bad,
Yeah.
and if they can do one thing over there is they can rush the quarterback a little bit because DeForest Buckner is amazing,
Mhm.
and they might have the best linebacking core in football, which means we're probably not going to run the ball very well today. So anybody looking at Dalton Schultz, you can forget about that. They're not giving him shit.
Way goes. I got Mahomes, Mixon, Robinson, Zay Jones, Debo, Kelsey, Lockett, Justin Tucker.
That's a solid Rob. That's a solid
I
line.
don't know.
Trade
I think get rid of Lockett. I think Lockett is when you sell on Tyler Lockett. I just don't know what he has left, and I think Jackson Smith and Najaba and Metcalf are going to be the one and the two. I think you get a good return on Lockett in your league now rather than waiting.
Somebody asked a question, and I seen this the other day, James. Are you low on Lockett or are you high on Jackson?
A little of both. And I think they go hand in hand because I am low on Lockett. And then being higher on Najaba just makes that even more likely for me to want to dump Lockett.
Likely, huh?
Like,
Don't you start that shit again.
That train fell off the
that
rails.
didn't even happen. He wasn't even on
That
the
bitch should have been
track.
delivered, sealed, and on its way back with another delivery.
I told you though.
Yeah, but the problem is that it's not my fault. Lamar Jackson's a fucking idiot.
Hey,
But it
don't talk
wasn't
about
that,
my
bro. I
quarterback
told
today.
you before the game started, we're not going to give him a chance to run routes because we're going to make you stay in a blocking position. And that's
They
what
don't blame
happened.
the quarterback.
Like
the
I said,
Titans.
I already admitted I was wrong about it, and I was one of those volume situations that we talked about.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I just still think
Looks
he's
like
an
we should
athletic
play
freak.
Roshan Johnson today.
Well, looks like we should not play Roshan Johnson.
Going
Johnson
to
Foreman's
the
a healthy scratch.
So the Texans are 1-point favorites. It's basically a pick 'em there. If you're betting this game,
Go.
you're gonna basically just have to go what you saw from the two rookie quarterbacks last week. Yeah, don't. And I don't know. I don't mind taking the Colts here, and if it's just a pick 'em, because I
All right.
liked a little bit.
A
I
sleeper
saw
in
from
that
Richardson.
game is you take Nick's boy Josh Downs. Because I think he had like 4 catches last week, and he might go off against us. I'm not saying go off, but 6 catches.
both
or something.
safeties out, Petrie and Jimmy Ward.
Exactly.
They're like, ugh. If freaking Yahoo ever updates these damn freaking Packer players as out, even though they have fat zeros, then I can pick some people up.
Yeah.
All right.
If you're listening to me, Yahoo, update your shit, man. All right. Team out of nowhere says, "What's up, guys? Start 2 full PPR: Puka, Godwin, Judy
Judy or Treylon Burks.
Yes.
Godwin for sure.
I think I'm Godwin Judy here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Godwin Judy. Burks, I drafted in a league or two, was high on, but then I remember Tannehill's their quarterback, and
Mhm.
as a proud owner of a lot of Titans stock, Tannehill really tanks the value of that.
Yeah, I'll go Godwin and Judy myself. I
Godwin
agree
and
with that.
Judy. Yep.
I like Puka, but that
I don't.
defense is nasty. So I'm gonna go with Godwin.
If Puka puts up numbers against the Niners defense, then he's a
He's a stud.
If he puts
That'd
up
be
numbers
insane.
against the Niner defense, then everybody can just fucking not be worried about Cooper Kupp.
No, that just means Cooper Cup's gonna eat when he comes back.
No, that means Cooper Kupp's gonna get traded when he comes back.
Maybe. Wade 22 said he's got the Colts. He said fuck the Texans. Zach, how do you feel about that?
He didn't say
He
that.
didn't say
Don't
that.
start beef between me and somebody.
He didn't say that. He just said I got Colts.
I started
How does that
on
make you
shit
feel?
on my own, bro.
How does it make you
That
feel?
might mean he has Colts players in fantasy.
Oh,
He
true.
got
That
the
doesn't mean you
defense.
bet on
No,
the
it was when
Colts.
we were talking about the Colts
Yeah.
or the Texans. You said I have no problem picking the Colts.
Yeah,
He
but
said
it was like-
he said the Texans suck, dude. That's crazy.
I mean, I could get why he would say that, but you know,
He said the Texans' mom.
I'd
suck at
tease the
cooking.
Texans. Get the Texans to +7. I like that. I don't think the Colts are gonna blow anybody out.
no.
This is gonna be This is one of those games where I'm happy I have Red Zone. I don't
Yeah,
have to just watch this game. I can just be like, oh, cool. All right.
yeah. Look, he said I don't have any Colts players, but I think they win.
He said Texans are Texans, which means their moms can't cook pecan pie. How does it make you feel, Zach?
He didn't say none of that.
That's essentially what he
Well,
said.
first off, it's not pecan, it's pecan.
No,
Yeah.
it's pecan.
Yeah, exactly.
Pecan pie.
It's pecan pie.
No, it's pecan pie.
Do you say soda pop?
No, I say fucking
Soda pop. Give me some of that soda pop.
I say bubbler though.
Well, what kind of soda pop do you guys have?
Hey, all I know is the
you're
Texans
soda.
contain AR. If the Texans contain AR today, we win.
Oh, you're soda, soda. You
All they
can't
did
take
was
a-
run him. They run him.
Well, Kirk Cousins won't be bad. Just give him time.
Oh yeah.
Give him 3 more years. He's a good family man.
Me and Zach did talk about that. I think we're too hard on Kirk Cousins a bit.
No, you're
The
not.
fuck? No, you're not.
You can't be too hard on
I
Kirk
think
Cousins.
we
Okay,
Kirk
with
Cousins
the-
isn't hard enough on
let me
Kirk
give you more
Cousins.
context. Let me give you more context to that conversation. Or would if you had to be more lenient on somebody, would you be more lenient on Kirk Cousins or Dak Prescott?
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
That wasn't the only one.
These two are always grouped together now
Are we-
because they put up the same numbers. They do the same things in the playoffs.
They both.
Are we
Yeah.
taking out of the consideration the fact that Dak is a Cowboy?
Yes.
Okay, then Dak Prescott.
Well,
No, not at
if
all.
we can take out that Kirk's a Viking,
Yes,
I think that
yes.
adds to mine as well. So let's say they both play on what's a random team?
They
that
play
will
for
They
lose,
both
the
play-
Rams.
Say they're both the quarterback for the Falcons right now.
Oh, okay,
Fuck
that's a
the
good one.
Falcons.
Okay, if they're both the Falcons quarterbacks, shit,
I would
I'd
go
have
fucking
Cousins.
Cousins over fucking Dak then.
I'd take Dak.
Damn it,
I'm-
you're right.
I'll take Cousins.
I'm going Cousins over
Alright.
Dak.
We have
He's
a question.
better quarterback.
We have a question. Q McBride says, "What's going on, fellas? I'm starting Hall. Do I flex Dalvin or start Dotson?"
I would, dude. That's
I'm gonna do Hall and Dalvin.
Yeah, I wouldn't do Hall and Dalvin together either.
I think you start Dotson.
We talked earlier in the show that we were pretty high on Dotson. And we think he's going to do well at some point. Honestly, Dalvin's probably only going to get you what, a guaranteed 6-8, maybe, is it, Zach, at most?
Say it again.
He's probably only going to get him like a guaranteed 6 to 8 points, right?
Who?
I mean-
John?
No,
Maybe not.
Dalvin.
Dalvin Cook.
I mean, they both got some looks last week.
I was very underwhelmed with Dalvin. I didn't think he looked good. But what makes me nervous is it's hard to believe that Brees Hall can get me 109 yards to get on 2 carries. But if the line is good enough for him to do it, then Dalvin in theory shouldn't suck that bad.
That's
Right.
what.
So maybe I would stack those two.
But they're gonna load the box against the Jets.
That's what I was gonna
They're
say.
gonna dare.
Like,
most of the
Dalvin
time.
didn't look awful. He just didn't look like Dalvin Cook.
Honestly, I'm going Dotson for the sheer boomer bust aspect.
I'm going with Dotson only because I have a feeling that the Cowboys are going to make Zach Wilson try to beat him. I don't think.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'll take Brees and Jahan.
Brees and Dotson.
All right. We got next game Chargers tight ends, which James got a lot of stock in this game.
Mhm.
There's some key outs, of course. We got Austin Eckler out. On the Tennessee side, Hopkins is playing. He's questionable. But scattered clouds, no rain. Nashville, who y'all got?
I'm not playing Joshua Kelly.
Man, I hate to say this because I'm not a Titans fan, but I do think this is going to be a really good game for King Henry.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed by the
play
Chargers defense at all.
No.
At all.
No. It's definitely a Henry game. I'd avoid Burke. I'd avoid any pass catchers for Tannehill.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Shit stain at
I'll
quarterback.
play.
You mean the greatest quarterback of all time, James? That's serious.
Lost so much money on that fucking asshole.
I'll play Joshua Kelly, and I'll play both wide receivers over there. I don't have a problem with it.
Like we said earlier in the show, I'm only staying away from Kelly because of history, 155 yards on 55 carries, no touchdowns, whether it be receiving or rushing. It's just not a good look when Austin Eckler is not playing. And also, I think we all agree that we need to start looking at situations and just not playing players for the sheer fact that they're going to have value, but look at the matchup and actually make sure.
I do feel, though, it matters what league you're in also. If you're in an
True.
8-man league or a 10-man league, you have better options. If you're in a 12, 14, 16-man league, you probably don't have anything better options. Because I have shit. I had to pick Hubbard up today. Thank you, Aaron Jones.
So did I.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to pick somebody else up again. And it's not going to be probably a running back. It's going to hold somebody I think is going to blow up so I can do something with it.
Another name
Real
to
quick-
keep your eye out on. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, just real quick, gambling wise, Chargers are 2.5-point favorites on the road. I think that looks like a sucker bet. That seems too good to be true because everyone's like Chargers can't go 0-2. I think they can. I think the Titans win this.
Quick question.
I'm doubling down one more week.
Quick-
Titans money line.
Quick question on this though. Do you play Tajee Spears?
Hell no.
He looked good in his few carries though.
He did look good. He's a good pass catcher, but if Derrick Henry's rolling, then Taji's not going to get rolling.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But another player I would keep my eye on in that game is Quentin Johnson, because I feel like he was starting to get rolling just a little bit. Had 2 catches till somebody rang his bell.
Yeah.
And he's just entirely too fast for some of those other linebackers to keep up with him today. So I'm not saying he's going off, but if you need a player, I would consider going to get.
This feels like a Gerald Everett game for whatever reason. Like, this just feels like a game where he could do well. I'm not saying well, and we kind of discussed earlier. Well, to me is like 8 to 10, 8 to 12, somewhere in there.
I agree with that. Like the Kellen Moore system, like feeds him
Favors a
today.
tight end, yeah.
We got 4 questions, so pocket that for now. Adam Leon says, pick 3, Judy, Burks, Dubes, Atwell, Piran.
3 of those 5. Definitely Dobbs.
Dobbs and
definitely.
Pirine for sure.
And then
Atwell,
Dobbs,
no, against
Pirine.
San Francisco. Traylon Burks, no, we just said that. Judy,
Judy,
Dobbs,
yeah.
and Pirine are your 3. Ooh, I don't know if I want Judy and Pirine, though.
Anybody available on the waiver wire, Adam? Anybody available on the waiver wire?
I hate Burks. So,
I think I'm honestly fine with Judy, Dobbs, and P. Ryan.
That's just too much stock in the Broncos offense for me.
And
But-
the only reason that I'm hesitant to go against Judy and Pirine is because you're playing the Commanders, and their strength is their defensive line and their secondary. It's like you're trying to attack the
Is
best part
Chase
of the
back
defense.
today?
Young,
Yeah.
I believe so.
Oh, yeah, no, it's going to be tough. Damn. I feel like out of those picks, though, I'm going to have to go with P. Ryan and Judy, though, because I'm not ticking out well at all against the 49ers.
Mm-mm.
And then Dubes is like I'm not throwing Burke. Yeah, I'm going to put stock in. Let's ride.
Broncos country.
'Cause I'm looking at Atwell against 49ers and Burks. As James already said, that quarterback's trash over there.
So James is a Titans owner, and Nick is a Broncos owner.
So
Not a big owner, just like 30% of the team.
Yeah, not a big owner.
It's not a majority on it.
No, yeah, I'm not a majority. I can't make any decision. I talked them out of the Oilers thing. They didn't listen.
we got Trey, full PPR, Miles Sanders versus Saints, or AJ Dillon versus Atlanta.
AJ versus the ATL.
100%. And only for the sheer fact that Miles Sanders is going up against a defense that held Derrick Henry to 63 yards last week on 15 carries. And I don't think the Panthers have nearly as good of a rushing attack as the Titans do.
I think Hubbard's going to steal that spot. All right.
Yeah, I think it's going to be by committee.
Probably.
That Saints defense is stupid good.
It is. And that's another reason I'm staying away from a lot of Carolina Panthers this week.
Q McBride says also Marquise Brown or Tutu Atwell.
God damn. I
Dalvin
guess
Cook or
Marquise.
Dotson one.
Oh.
So he's saying I guess we picked Dotson over Cook, but he picked.
I'm keeping Dotson
Yeah,
over
I'm keeping
Marquise and
Dotson,
Tutu.
no doubt.
Yeah, you can't play any of those Rams guys.
Don't trust him.
All right, Giovanni, start Terry or Drake London.
Start Terry.
Oof.
I have both these in my league, and I'm scared of both.
I don't like either.
But if you're doing
but
if you're doing the cornerback thing, it's Sartain
Yep.
versus Jair Alexander, who might be both on him. So like both of them won't be a good matchup. I think the case for London is if Bijan and Algier get going and they're just running down the Packers' throat, that opens up the passing game for London. And I also don't trust Sam Howell. You know what? Screw it. Yeah, I'll go London.
I'll go Terry
Talk
just
myself
because I
out of
think he's that much of a better receiver than Drake London.
Yep, that's where I'm headed.
I think Drake London's talented. I think he's throttled because of the system. But
I think they both have the same deficiencies. Bad quarterback, a running back that's going to take your snap. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just going to say Terry's the better player, so I'll go Terry McLaurin.
That's like, all right. Check. All right, we're going.
Like it.
All right. Modisto says start 3, half PPR. Allen Robinson, Sean Tucker, Hollywood, Terry, Robert Woods, Lazard.
Ooh, that's tough.
Allen.
Allen, Terry, and Bobby Trees.
I was going to say that. That's kind of where I was leaning.
Yeah,
I think
that's
Robert. Robinson, Scary Terry, Robert Woods. I would have dropped Lazard.
And I still don't feel good about anything.
No, not at all. But
Yeah.
I'm
That's
having
your
to
best
start Allen Robinson, so I feel your pain, man. Alrighty. What was our next game? We got. Oh, we were on Tennessee Chargers. Now we got Chiefs Jaguars. Still light rain. Rain should not be a problem though. Travis Kelce's playing. Yeah, that's about all the injury report we need for fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you have Kelsey, he's coming back. What Chiefs receiver do you trust?
none of them.
Do you trust any?
MVS.
Yeah, that's
With
what I
Kelsey
meant.
there, I trust MVS.
Out of all the other ones that were there the other night, the only one that I could possibly trust is Rashee Rice, and that's saying a lot. Because fuck.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't do anything for me no more than any other guy.
He didn't drop
well-
9 balls in him. That's what I'm saying.
Well, they didn't cover him either. It's like
know.
the system got him open. They were like, cover this fool. We don't know who the fuck he is anyway. It's like when you go play pickup basketball and you don't recognize somebody, you're like, let that motherfucker shoot. We'll find out. And that's all that was. The one player I would pick up in this game, though, would be Jarrett McKinnon. Because I think he'll get more ones with the linebackers with Kelsey being back.
Probably.
Mhm.
I'm in on that 100%.
All right, so we're not going with Rice.
Definitely not Sky Moore.
Rasheed Rice had a decent game last week, but yeah, Sky Moore was a huge
Did
letdown.
he
play Tony?
No. Hell
A
no.
part of me wants to say yes.
Yeah, there's a small part of me that's like
Because you
redemption
can't
week for
refute
him.
the fact that he just gets open. You know what I mean? Like, he's that much of an athlete. So,
I can refute the fact that he doesn't have fucking hands.
well, you know, that just means he's not smart enough to play
You know.
defense.
Is Isaiah Pacheco more of a flex in this offense right now?
I would say in this matchup today,
Yeah.
because of how dominant Jacksonville probably going to be at the line.
Because I see a few people playing. He's their third, fourth running back, which is really good if you have him that. And I feel you may have, if he's your third, fourth running back, you may have other options at wide receiver that would probably outplay him. But if you just didn't go running back and he's your second, it's kind of like you gotta
That's
play.
tough.
Kavi goes Gibbs or Dylan PPR.
Gibbs.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
go Gibbs.
I gotta go Gibbs.
Especially PPR.
Get it, Dylan starting, but
I was real high on Dylan until Calvin told me.
I will say this, as a DraftKings FanDuel thing, I would pick AJ Dillon because he's probably going to be super cheap today. But yeah, other than that, fantasy-wise, I'm going with Gibbs.
Oh, then real quick on the Chiefs, they're 3.5-point favorites, and that's betting on the Chiefs don't go 0-2. And honestly, that's a bet that I'm willing to I'll die on that hill. I'll take Mahomes not going 0-2, and if he does, it happens. But I like taking the Chiefs there.
Oh, man, breaking news. Chase Claypool played.
Yeah. I just saw it.
Damn it! There goes my starter.
That means DJ.
God, thank God the
Moore-
Packers didn't trade for him.
Thank fucking God.
Ooh,
Taco
interesting.
Cheese. Yeah.
Michael Thomas, no. Kyron Williams, no. Jerry Judy, maybe. Nico Collins.
I'm between Judy or Collins.
I'm honestly
Same.
on the Kyron Williams train, but they put in Niners, so I'm staying away this week.
I'll go Nico Collins today. If he's ever gonna do something for you, it's gonna happen today.
Boomer
You'll
Bust
know
potential,
after
go
today.
Nico.
You'll know today if he should stay on your team or not.
I'd agree with that. 100%.
I don't mind Michael Thomas.
Slaying God.
No, you won't.
This is another guy, Michael Thomas, does he have anything left? He's kind of in that Tyler Lockett level of they have better receivers coming up under him. What does he have left? So if you play Michael Thomas and he busts, then dump him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody offered him and Zeke to me the other day for Tyreek Hill.
It's a good
If
shit,
it was
man.
like 2000,
Yeah, if it was 2019, yeah, I'd be down.
I don't know, man. That name holds value. No. Imagine what he'll do on your bench for your receiving room in fantasy.
good locker room guy.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
No.
Now we got a man. I know everybody's happy about this game. Las Vegas Raiders versus Buffalo Bills. Key out. Jacoby Myers out on concussion. They're playing. No rain. Great weather. So
I feel like any Buffalo Bills player not named Gabe Davis is probably worth playing today.
I kind of don't mind Gabe Davis today.
I do. I mind Gabe Davis every week. I just don't think he's a good fucking football player. I just don't, dude.
He's available.
He's available.
I want him to have a good game this week so I can trade him.
are y'all high on Kincaid today? If you need him at tight.
That's what it shows me something.
I think Kincaid will be solid.
I'd rather have.
I think every
Mustard.
week there'll be more faith in
I
Kincaid.
thought about playing him over Wallers. I can't ever stay healthy. So, but
I almost would play Kincaid over Waller. That's how bad the Giants' offense looked.
Did you play Laporta over Waller?
Yeah.
Fuck yes, I play everybody. Every Waller.
I was waiting on Zach.
I know. I was waiting to see if Zach was going to say something.
The dude's just not good.
I was just waiting on
Okay,
him.
let's back up. He's a good football player.
No,
He's
he
just not
wasn't.
always
He
healthy.
had he was sober. He got sober. He was right in mind, and he did good. And it's
All right,
just not who he
ESPN,
is.
chill out. That's some necessary shit to bring up.
Listen, what are you talking about? I know my way around dope sack. Like I could talk about it.
Oh, but ESPN, every time he'd be scoring, they'd be like, yeah, Darren Waller, fresh off of a cocaine addiction. What the fuck is your problem, dude? Why are you bringing that shit up?
They're all talking about his little.
That's like that UFC fight where the dude's like, these two kids were thought to be abortions from their mother, and like, what the fuck are you even talking about, bro? That's fucking weird. I don't know. I think Darren Waller's solid, but
This game is weird too because it opened as Raiders like +10, and then that was way too high, and so everyone was taking it. Now it's Raiders +7.5. I still like the Raiders +7.5. I don't think the Bills showed enough that I would feel confident in them winning by 2 scores in this game.
Listen, I'm not a Josh Allen hater, but I don't fucking like you either. I fail to believe that you're turning the ball over 4 times.
Yeah.
Again. And that defense isn't
Right.
good. That Raiders defense isn't very good.
We're sure the Bills defense is okay.
No, I don't like that defense either. But I'm just saying, like, 4 change of possessions with absolutely nothing for Buffalo, and you lose in overtime, like, that's not going to happen again.
The Bills are going to win. I just don't think they're going to win by 2 scores.
But do you think they could win by 8 points?
That's why I liked it at 10. I liked the Raiders
Exactly.
+10 a lot better than I do now. I will say that.
George goes JSN or Zay Jones, non-PPR.
JSN for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like JSN.
me too.
No
He's
disrespect to
not
Zay, but you're just too far down the depth chart. And at least I have. I've talked up the Jaguars today. Like I can't keep everybody on this team's not going to do
Bro,
good.
they're dropping 90 on. The way we've talked about it, everybody's getting a touchdown. Everybody's getting 100 yards.
Should
All right.
be good.
Stephon with Aaron Jones out, scrambling for RB2 spot. Justice Hilo.
Justice Hill.
It's supposed to be
I
Justice
figured that
Hill,
was
yeah.
Hill.
Yeah.
Or Kyron Williams, half PPR.
Also, should I drop Hill for Rashawn Johnson? I mean,
Of the three, Rashawn is my favorite.
yeah, me too.
They said Rashawn's going to
I-
get more playing time today.
I know.
But he's still number 2. I think you play Justice Hill. Like James said earlier,
Yeah,
you have to
Justice
find
Hill's
out.
my sleeper.
I'm with him.
You have to
Yeah.
find out.
Boomer bust.
And you might just get some bullshit touchdowns like last week, and you'll take that. So yeah, I go
Ooh,
Justice Hill.
That's a good next question.
Tua or
This is a good
Justin
question.
Fields?
I think Tua showed that he was a QB1 last week, both fantasy and in the league. But the Patriots defense is a different animal than the Buccaneers defense. I still go Tua though. Tua's done well against the Patriots, at least record-wise. And with those speedy receivers, Justin Fields, you're just betting he can run against Tampa's defense.
Hmm.
Tampa's defense looked scrappy last week. I will say that.
Yeah.
I think it was a little bit of a fluky game, but I'll go Tua.
On
I'm
today,
going
I go Justin Fields.
Yeah. I'm with you, Justin Fields. I mean, they said they want him to air it out, right? DJ Moore, my boy.
They don't trust him.
I trust him.
Alright,
I
so
trust him
since
all.
Calvin said that, I'm going with Tua on your side, James.
Thank you.
Justin
I know why he
Fields
did
airing
it. I know why he did it.
DJ. Airing it out to DJ, he's gonna get you 2 picks. I'm calling it already.
No, I just think the Bears don't trust Fields. They didn't let him throw down the field at all. They were just doing screen after screen, RPO, short looks.
Yeah.
They've seen him more than any of us. Like, they see him every week in practice. They clearly don't trust him to air it out. But you're betting on his running ability.
I mean, the fact that you got him Chase Claypool as a weapon, and thought that was gonna help him, so it's not
He's
good.
slapped in the face.
All right, Derek. PPR start to Damian Pierce, James Cook, Joshua Kelly, Tyler Alligator.
Ooh.
James Cook, Tyler Algier.
I go Josh
like
Kelly,
I'm going
Tyler
Joshua
Algier.
Kelly, Tyler Algier.
Shit. Now I was going to go Pierce and Kelly. You got 4 different answers, 5 different answers.
Well,
I think-
clearly you're going to play Algier. Everybody's got him.
Yeah, I was gonna
Damian
pick
Pierce
that.
got a hurt O line and he's going against the linebackers in the front 4 of the Colts. I don't like that.
Nah, we got 4 out of the 5 starters hurt for the Texans. I wouldn't cook Pearson unless direly have to, which at this you
Man.
don't have to.
James
just
Cook's
not-
not bad.
I'm not a fan of James Cook.
I don't like James Cook, so I would never pick him in any week ever.
I like James Cook.
Right, you mentioned James Cook earlier, and I was like, you know what? I mean, Bill's running backs in the Josh Allen era have been tough. Like Singletary for years was always a tough decision on if you should play him. But if these are the options, to Zach's point, I don't know if Pierce. I don't know. I still like Pierce, even with the hurt O line against the Colts.
They're gonna feed him. I mean, he's gonna get his reps, but I don't know if that's gonna be for 0 yards, 1 yard, negative yards, because they're gonna. Slovic said, "I'm gonna use him even more." So I mean,
I just haven't seen anything good out of him in the first week, all the preseason. He's been like Damian Pierce from last year is not the same.
yeah, doesn't help his backups are trash. Also, all right.
So what were you telling? I guess
I think honestly, you can start any of the 4 and probably feel okay with it.
I think
Well, that's
Tyler
not what he
Algier.
asked. Tyler Algier for
sure.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Tyler
he's for
Algier,
sure.
and I'm going James Cook.
I'll
Well-
go James Cook with Calvin only because they're playing the Raiders.
yeah, I'll go there too.
So it's either between do a coin flip, James Cook or Joshua Kelly for you, man. Just set it, forget it. Don't
I trust Zach's Damian Pierce opinion, so
Thank you.
don't do-
I'll bump-
don't do
bump
the
him out.
first train. All right, Fave Rocks go start Zay Flowers, Damian Pierce or Joshua Kelly PPR.
I straight up go Zay Flowers against the Bengals.
yeah. I was gonna say Zay.
Yeah.
For all the reasons we said, I'm going Zay.
Even if he doesn't get what he got last week, I think he had like 10 catches or something. He's still gonna have a good day against that team.
Yeah. I think 5 is a solid start.
All right, now I'm gonna be a contrarian to my last statement. Nakua
Yeah.
or Pierce. I gotta go Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't
What
know if
do you say?
Kobe was gonna touch the ball, bro.
I don't know. They say it. I don't know if I want to step in mud or step in shit, but I'm hoping
Either
Pierce
way, my
is the
J's
mud.
are getting dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
That 49ers defense is just disgusting.
Play the matchup. Play Pierce. Set it. Forget it.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. All right, next game up, we got Ravens Bengals.
Isaiah, like, I'm just kidding.
Well, Mark Andrews is playing, so thankfully we don't have to go down that
Yeah.
road.
Hey, he might not be a bad pickup. Like, I know he's coming off injury.
Oh, look. Would
Like
Zay
today.
Flowers be better than Pierce?
I would take Zay Flowers over Pierce today.
Yep.
Colin, straight
Yeah.
up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Zay
I
Flowers.
definitely would.
I probably still lean Pierce, but Zay Flowers isn't a bad option either.
I feel more confident in Zay, but I won't be surprised if Pierce gives you something. I don't think he's going to give you a fat 0.
No, he's not going to give you 0, but like, I just think there's a perception about Pierce being a number 1 running back where people thinks he has these monster days. But even last year on his best days, what did he give you? 110.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a low end RB2 for sure. I feel in fantasy. So the Baltimore game, I mean, Zay Flowers is a name that we've been brought up a ton.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Mark Andrews coming back. Does Lamar have a bad game like he did against the Texans? Or is
I don't think so.
dude had like what was it, -1 points or something?
I think Mark Andrews is going to prevent that. There has to be some sort of comfort level, and then there has to be some sort of way you play defense against that.
Yeah.
Which makes me think, fuck, bro. Zay Flowers is going to do Zay Flowers shit, but who goes off today, Bateman or Odell?
I was gonna say I think Odell is gonna be a factor in all of it too.
I think Odell can be that dude to get you 3 catches, but get you 90 yards and a
Yeah.
touchdown. But Bateman might be the dude who gets you 12 catches for 90 yards and no.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what you value.
Yeah.
I have more value in the 12 because you don't know if Odell's going to get that 1. Odell didn't look good to me last week.
No, he didn't.
Nah, he looked a little.
He looked bad, but like Stingley locked you up.
Yeah.
Shaking off the rust too.
It could be like it's probably the most likely thing, but
Oh, you said likely.
then I'm thinking Cincinnati don't really have a cover corner like Stingley, so Odell might be a good pickup in that game.
I'm sticking with Zay. My boy Zay. Parker says Fields or Herbert.
Herbert.
I'm going Herbert.
Herbert against the Titans, he's gonna smash that boy.
Yeah, I'm going Herbert. Oh snap! Right
Don't
now.
trust Fields. Still don't trust Fields.
I don't trust Fields at all, and especially y'all bringing up DJ Moore's name.
What?
I don't like. I hate that fool. That's the one guy. I was like, nah, you don't get my respect. Herbert, I didn't like him because he lost me leagues last year.
Yeah, but he showed he could still play.
But DJ Moore, no. Derek 2 says start 1 PPR Ayuk, Damian Pierce, Michael Thomas, Joshua Kelly.
Ayuk, easy.
Ayuk. Don't even.
Yep.
You know
We'll be
what?
like, we're gonna have Nick and this bitch doing an infomercial. Set it and forget it.
Yeah. Set it and forget it. Michael Thomas. No, I was kidding.
Oh, I just got a thing that says CJ Stroud is expected to play for the Texans today.
Yeah, they were
announced
making
that,
it
like,
a game
honestly.
time.
Crazy. No, they said that it's not the game time he's going to play.
Yeah, they announced it on NFL Network earlier. He's expected to play.
Oh, okay.
It was a game time in the morning, and then
Yeah.
they said that he was gonna go out there. Pick one: Amari Cooper, Hollywood Brown, or Michael Thomas. PPR.
This is where Michael Thomas is the clear pick.
Really?
Yeah. You can't tell me your input. We've already talked why Marquise Brown's not a good option, and then Cooper might not even play.
Okay, I forgot Cooper might not play,
Yeah.
but barring the fact he was going to play, I would probably
Look,
pick Cooper
I will
and
say
Michael
this.
Thomas.
Amari
Heard it's
Cooper.
going again.
Amari Cooper is more than 90% not playing now at this
Mhm.
point, from what fantasy projections are holding.
Yeah.
So he has a fat 0 on him, which indicates
Yeah.
he's not playing for sure. So
Yeah.
Mo-
So I
Michael
would
Thomas.
Yeah, Michael Thomas.
I'd go check
I-
the waiver wire though. Once you
Yeah.
put him on IR. Yeah.
Michael Thomas, and then go throw up in the toilet.
Yes.
Waiver wire first. If nothing, Michael Thomas, then cry.
Rick goes, morning fellas, half PPR, need one for the flex. Judy, London, Brian Robinson, P. Ryan, Zach Moss. Thanks. No problem, man.
I'm
I
gonna
gotta
go in
Brian
between.
Robinson.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go in between Judy and Brian Robinson, but I'm probably gonna lean Brian Robinson.
Yeah, I agree.
You're sleeping on Zach. No, I was kidding. Yeah, I'm gonna go Brian Robinson.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay asleep too.
Drake
Matt
London.
Moss,
I ain't gonna lie. I hope he has a decent game, but I'm leaving you on my bench to do anything.
Yep.
You gave me a big fat goose egg last week. I need to see you do good 2 weeks in a row before I play you again.
I dropped him in a league and traded him in another one for AJ Dillon.
I just picked him up because you dropped him, and I'm just gonna grenade him to somebody else. So that's
Fine.
he's only there for trade purposes. I'm not playing you. I don't
Fine
need you.
with me.
I have injured. This is how bad I don't trust you, right? I'm playing Scary Terry with his turf toe. I have Amari Cooper out and Jacoby Myers out, and I'm still not playing yet. You're sitting on the bench, bro. You're gonna sit there where you belong.
I'm telling you, Nick, I told you this the other day. Tyler Heineke will be the quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons within the next month. That's when Drake London's value comes in.
And
Yeah.
that's fine with me. He'll stay on the bench. He has a nice spot there with all these damn injuries I keep having.
True.
But I'm good. I'm good. And after this whole show, I've already talked myself out of Darren Waller at my tight ends.
That's good.
Let's see. Next game we got. Was there anybody on the Bengals that you're worried about? Going back to that one.
Joe Burrow 2 weeks in a row.
Well, the same could be said for T. Higgins.
Yeah, I
These are
know.
two quarterbacks.
Only reason
that-
T. Higgins didn't do nothing was because of Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Like both quarterbacks did terrible, so I'm feeling this is going to be more of a bounce back game for both.
Yeah.
T. Higgins.
Bengals are 3-point favorites.
I saw an underdog
Bengals.
on underdog right now. You can do over under on Joe Burrow if he has over half a yard on anything.
You said the Bengals were 3-point favorites?
Yeah, at home.
Oh, I don't know about that. I might for the game in itself, I might take the Ravens. That
To
de-
win or just +3?
To win. Like they'll cover the 3. Their defense looked good last week. I'm not gonna lie.
See, the case against that is, will the Bengals go 0-2? But you could say yes, because I think they went 0-2 to start last year. They always start out like shit, and then they just get it going halfway through the season. And I think that's why a lot of people are taking the Bengals, because like, oh, Joe Burrow's not going to go 0-2. It's like, well, he has a recent history.
I just feel like the way that the linebackers for Baltimore played last week, Roquan can pretty much take that running game out by itself. I've seen him do it to that team before. Then when you have those young boys like David Ajabo, Odafe Alway, those dudes rushing the passer, that creates pressure. I think the Ravens defense holds up today. They win. They cover the 3 points.
We got Dine923 says pick 2, DeAndre Hopkins, Ayuk, DK, half PPR.
Oh, that's
Ayuk.
easy.
Ayuk
You
and
go Ayuk
DK.
and DK.
Yeah, I'm not buying tight
That's
ends.
an easy peasy one right there.
You could buy Titan stock, but you're not buying Tannehill stock.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Put in mayonnaise coffee, or put in Willis. Put in someone Titans.
Well,
Somebody else, because as long as Tannehill's quarterback, I ain't putting nobody over there. Ayuk has to be played though. I feel like at this point, don't even just set that and don't even look at it moving it.
which team do you like better this week? Full PPR: Anthony Richardson, Pollard, James Cook, Diggs, Michael Thomas, Mark Andrews, and Hopkins. Giants D. Team 2: Dak, CMC, Pierce, Judy. I like Team 1 more.
Yeah, I like
Team 1.
Team 1. You got Dak at quarterback for Team 2.
Plus,
Yeah.
you'll get yards from Richardson running. Tony Pollard's still a good player. Mark Andrews is a good player.
Yeah, Cooks will probably do it
Diggs.
today. Yeah, I like that one. We skipped Collins. Will Puka get any touches today?
He'll
Yeah.
try his heart out, but I don't know if he will.
He's gonna get some. If you're a PPR, I think Puka's a solid flex because I think he's at least gonna get 8 points.
I just don't think he does. That Niners defense is imposing, man. They love to
I think
cover,
he gets
cover
you
the
4.
fire.
I mean, he could do one catch for 4 to 5 yards at a time.
I don't know if
So-
you're holding that ball, brother.
I was gonna say that's not easy to do against them, especially because they press.
Right.
We'll see.
You got to win off the line of scrimmage, and as a slot wide receiver, that's tough to do.
Colin goes,
Oh.
I have Puka and Flowers, and I don't know who to start.
You gotta
It's
start
Zay
Flowers.
Flowers, baby.
I'm going
Hey,
Zay.
Flowers. Set it and forget it.
Yeah, matchup wise, I ain't going against that 49ers defense at all. Unless you just got like a solid player.
I don't think there is one.
Like if you had like a Justin Jefferson or like that, then yeah, I'm gonna play you, bro. But Puka ain't that. All right. Ooh, Jets quarterback Zach Wilson says his confidence has been rebuilt.
To what?
Interesting.
Like Legos? He built it up like Legos?
Play Garrett Wilson. No, just kidding. MB says Lamb, Wilson, Chubb, Gibbs, Hawkinson, Dak, Dalvin, Tyler, Amari Cooper, Cup, Swift.
Is this supposed to be his team or something?
Is that your team?
Think
It's
so.
so solid.
So
Do you
Cup
think
and-
Eckler's returning in week 3?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dak is
Definitely
Never
wouldn't.
mind.
If you're asking if you should panic about him right now, no, just chill out.
Never mind. If Dak is your quarterback, that team's horrible.
one, yeah, and you have two receivers that might not play.
Yeah, looking at the team, I mean, Amari is out more than likely now. Cooper Cup's out, as we know. Swift, I feel, is a 50-50. He's going to either get his or doesn't. I would say I would try to trade Swift if I could, now that he had that monster game.
Grenade that motherfucker.
Yeah, grenade him to somebody. Somebody will
Mhm.
buy in on that stock.
Grenade him and pick up a quarterback. Somebody got a good backup.
You can get a quality backup for him for sure.
You can get Aaron Rodgers.
Man, I'm telling you, one quarterback that might be being slept on right now is Mac Jones.
Yeah.
That offense looked a little bit better than I thought last week.
He honestly did. I was surprised. I guess having a legitimate offensive coordinator will do that.
Mhm.
MB, who's on your waiver wire for quarterback?
Yeah, who you got left?
Like, look on who's your quarterbacks, because I mean, if you can go get like Derek Carr or like Mac Jones,
I think Mac Jones is available in all leagues. I'm looking at one of my leagues. There's Tannehill, no. Howell, no. Garoppolo, no. Stafford, I honestly, maybe not this week, but Stafford might not be a terrible waiver guy for, like, week 3. Would you rather have Stafford or Dak?
Who are they playing?
Yeah,
Week 3, let's see. They're playing Cincinnati. The Rams are playing Cincy. Oh, we're getting ahead here. Dallas.
Dallas will be playing Arizona.
Dak.
Oh, shit.
damn, I don't want to answer.
Never mind.
mind.
Keep Dak.
Week 4, though, Dak is playing the Saints.
That Arizona defense is way better last week than I thought they were going to be, though. Like, I'm not saying they're good, but they're feisty as shit.
What were they that good, or was Sam Howell just that bad?
But no, I have to give you credit because you lit Sam Howell's ass up when you got a chance. Like, you hit hard. Like, it was effort, not waiting for him to beat himself.
James, I will say week 4, you could have used that argument, though, because Dallas is playing New England, and then he's playing Dak playing San Francisco back-to-back. Whereas Matthew Stafford is playing, I believe, Arizona. No, he's playing. What the hell is he at?
If you got Brock Purdy available to you, get him right now.
And Mac.
Or Carr.
Stafford will be playing
And
the
Mac.
Colts.
Fucking internet.
Yeah, but at least for today, Brock Purdy going against the Rams, you're going to eat, son.
I like Carr against the Panthers, too.
Yeah,
I do too.
Yeah, I like
George.
Carr.
Both of those are better than Dak against the Jets.
I mean, Carr has a nice. I mean, depending against New England, week 5, he's going up against Carolina, then Green Bay, then Tampa Bay, then New England, then Houston, then Jacksonville, then the Colts, then Chicago. Like, it's not a.
Make sure we get George Henry's question next.
Let me get it in real quick. George Henry says, wrong one. Puka Nacua, Nico Collins, Drake London, and Miles Sanders. Pick one flex, full PPR.
Brother, that stinks.
If Miles Sanders was playing anybody other than the Saints, I'd go with him. But for today, I'd go Nico Collins.
Come on, Zach.
That's what I was gonna say. I think I'm gonna go Nico Collins on that one.
Yeah, I'm going Nico on this one. I don't like Drake London. I'm not a Miles Sanders fan, and Puka's going against 49ers, so it's not.
Miles Sanders is just consistent. Like he's not, like his ceiling's not super high, but I feel like he's consistent even against a better running defense.
They covered up for a reason.
That's why I
in all
like
my
Sanders.
leagues.
Go, Johnny.
Johnny
I was
says
thinking the same damn
Nico,
thing.
Hollywood, Montgomery, full PPR.
Montgomery.
Montgomery, bruv. Very good.
The British
I
running.
think I'm gonna go with Montgomery.
Why is this a question for everybody today? The next one.
What's up, guys?
What?
Would you go Tua or Fields at QB?
Fields.
Tua.
Tua.
DJ Moore, baby.
I would go Fields today.
See, that's why I'm saying I'm not mad at this question because Tua's who he's going up against in defense is not a scrub defense.
Nope.
It's a division
But you could
game
say that
in
the Bears
Foxborough.
are.
Yeah. But then the field, it's like, do you – and I think with Tua also, you always run the risk of injury. It's like, bro, for being honest, you're like a tissue paper right here. All right. I'm going to go with Tua, though. I don't trust Fields just because of the DJ Moore comment made earlier today.
And he can't throw.
MBE, I'm not fucking with Mac, but I can stream Brock. But who do I drop?
He said he
What was
can
his-
drop.
What was his team again?
He said he can drop Dak or McLaurin.
Drop Dak.
Drop Dak.
Yeah, I'll
If you're not
drop
going to
Dak.
use him, like why waste the roster spot on him?
My squad is stacked. I picked up all the injured dudes. Somebody dropped all those guys. Jesus.
Yeah, I would drop Dak. How many people are in this league?
For
Gotta
them
be
to,
here.
for them to drop Cooper Kupp and all these injured dudes, like there's got to be like 8.
And having Carr available.
Yeah, I would
And
just
Brock.
I would
saying
drop
it's 10.
I would
It's gotta
drop
be.
Dak and pick up Brock Purdy today, and then just go through the quarterback gauntlet. Like
Yeah,
I
Dak
do it.
may be available too.
That's what I'm doing with
Wanna
defense.
pick him up. Yeah, flex him. Or stream him. Yeah.
Derek 2 says PPR. Which team do you like better in the long run? Team 1 is Field, Eckler, Kamara, Diggs, Wilson, Goddard, Ayuk, Pittsburgh defense.
Jeez.
Team 2 is Herbert, McCaffrey, Pollard, St. Brown, Calvin Ridley, Njoku, Godwin, Miami defense.
God, both those are loaded. I go team
They
one.
are loaded. I got team one also. Your running backs are going
Yeah.
to murder.
I like Herbert better than Fields, but yeah,
Yep.
Eckler, Kamara, Diggs, and Wilson. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go team
After you
1.
said Ridley, I was like, okay, team 2, and then you said Njoku, Godwin. It just doesn't do it for me. I'm team 1.
Yeah. I liked 2 until those. So I'm going to go with 1. I like the Ayuk alone is and Eckler when he comes back. And Diggs. Jesus, yeah.
Itty bitty South City
You can get a
650
backup.
Hey,
bars.
14 team, half PPR. DJ Moore, Dotson,
Moore.
Elijah Moore, Juwan Johnson, Ferguson. Need 1 flex and 1 tight end.
I'm leaning between Dotson and Elijah Moore.
Do y'all like Elijah Moore now that Amari Cooper's out?
Definitely.
I still like Ferguson from last week. He got the most targets of anyone in Dallas. So I like Ferguson and probably DJ Moore.
If he would have caught, if Dak would have thrown the balls better to him, I think it would have had a really good game.
You know I'm big on Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
I like Elijah.
Oh, especially if Cooper's out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going
Elijah Moore for
on
sure.
that one.
Moore and Ferguson.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Moore and Ferguson on this one. Even though Dotson's
Ferguson,
on
Moore.
board. NB goes 12. Maybe they drafted like dummies. Then he follows up with Lamb, Wilson, Chubbs, Gibbs, Hawkinson, Dak, Dalvin, Taylor, Amari Cooper, Cup, Swift. Itty Bitty Sal 650 says 10-team, half PPR, Keenan Allen, Dotson, Pickens, Nico Collins. Need one wide receiver 2 and one flex.
Once again, I like Pickens, but not in this matchup again. Steelers schedule will ease up soon.
I kind of feel Keenan Allen
Allen,
and Nico
Keenan
Collins.
Allen.
Nico, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm like
Yeah.
partial to Pickens though for some reason.
Because he's a stud, but the problem is that I don't know if they're going to be able to get the ball to him as much as today.
But also, like, that's what he is. Like, he's a Randy Moss kind of player where, like, sometimes you just have to trust him enough to throw that bitch up there
Sure.
and see if he comes down with it.
Pickens needs to play better. He looked like shit.
Yeah, he did.
His small hands.
So we're going with. I think Keenan Allen with Justin Herbert, as long as he's healthy, is for sure.
Definitely today, Keenan Allen against the Titans, and I go Nico Collins against the Colts. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Put Keenan at your wide receiver 2 and put Nico as your flex, so when those points come in, you don't feel too bad. It's not going to matter because they're both playing, but just psychedelic wise.
Yep.
You'll be like, oh, my flex got me 9 instead of your wide receiver 2 getting you 9. All right. Roach Cheetah, YouTube says DeAndre Hopkins or Montgomery at flex.
Montgomery.
Montgomery.
Yeah.
Montgomery.
Itty Bitty South comes back. 8-team standard gives Kenneth Walker, Hunter Henry, Njoku. Need one RB2 and one tight end.
Definitely Jahmyr Gibbs.
I don't know if that's so fast, honestly. I mean, in standard leagues, like Jahmyr Gibbs is like his appreciation drops a little bit because he's a good receiving back. I wouldn't be so quick to say it's 100% Gibbs. I go
Gibbs and Njoku.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like Njoku too.
I don't trust Kenneth Walker.
I'm going K9 and Njoku.
I'm going Gibbs and Hunter Henry. I don't trust Njoku for jack crap. So
Niggas like Gary Kubiak. He just loves him a white tight end.
no, I just feel like we literally talked about it earlier. Mac Jones is going to utilize him until they take him away from him. I don't think they're taking him away week 2. So now I'm not saying ride the wave of Hunter Henry the whole season. Don't hear that. But I do think he'll get at least a touchdown today, somewhere in the game. PPR, this guy again. Okinawa's crash. So Hayden Hurst, Jake Ferguson, or Hunter Henry.
Ferguson. I'm gonna ride that train wagon.
Nick, would you be pissed off if I told you to play Okinawa today against the Chargers?
No, I wouldn't be because I'm not playing him either. You could tell me that I would win $1 million if I put him in my lineup, and I probably still would. This dude did cardio for a whole game. He didn't catch nothing. No balls came his way. I mean, it's not just his fault. His quarterback sucks, but still, this dude did nothing but a cardio session for 4 hours on that field.
I'm going either Hayden Hurst or Hunter Henry. One of those two.
Well, I know how much they need Hayden Hurst, so I might go with Hayden Hurst.
Yeah, I'm cool with Hayden Hurst.
I don't know. Ferguson had double-digit targets. Just saying.
That's if Dak can get him the ball, though.
According to MB, he ain't getting shit this week, James. So go back to being the Titans.
I see that. Stay in my lane.
I see that.
MB, are you a Cowboy hater?
Nah, he said he's a Cowboys fan.
No, he did not. Don't put words in that
Dallas
man's mouth.
fan.
He did as a Dallas fan.
Oh.
So what's up, Zach? You want to write the apology or say it out loud? What's good?
Oh, I apologize to you, MB. We cannot be friends, bro.
Sad to hear that D-Hop will not be that guy. I'm not.
Nah, I'm not at all.
Yeah, not at all.
Derek goes, do you think Bijan or Algier are getting more carries targets this week?
Bijan Robinson. He got his own mustard.
It could be a big week for Bijan.
They said they're going to split the snaps today. So.
He's got his own mustard. I don't
I
know
think
why
they're
they're
both going to get. I don't know who out gets more. Maybe Bijan over Algier, but I think they both get fed.
He said, "I'm a Dallas fan. Go fuck yourself too. Ha ha. It's all love." See, he's a cool Dallas fan. He's not annoying.
There's no such thing as a cool Dallas fan. Don't you fucking say that.
Caleb, you're getting your Bayou City Boys Carter vote for like
No,
a
I'm not.
day
Yeah.
for saying that.
Hell yeah, promote me. Promote me.
I
No, you
actually
pick-
respect him
you
more as a Cowboys fan for telling me to go fuck myself.
That's what I'm
instead of sitting
saying.
there- Instead of sitting there and trying to make me believe some stupid shit. Like
That's
most
what I'm
Cowboys
saying.
fans.
He's not one of the fucking ones that's like, "Oh, we won 3 Super Bowls before I was born."
You did.
Zach,
You don't
you know
know
they're
that.
the boys,
He might
right?
come in his comments and say they're winning the Super Bowl. You just gave him all the credibility, and he didn't even let him finish his
He
statement.
said Ferguson isn't getting more than 3 targets.
Just because he thinks Ferguson sucks doesn't mean he doesn't think they're going to the Super Bowl. That's like two totally logical.
No, it's not. Every Cowboys fan thinks every player on their team is amazing.
No, I have friends that are like, "Yo, Dak sucks ass, but I still think we can win the Super Bowl because Flacco won the Super Bowl with the Ravens." And I'm like, I can't argue that a shitty quarterback can still win you the Super Bowl, but at least you're not the fan that said, "Oh, Dak had an amazing game last
That's
week."
not even the best argument. They should have said Nick Foles won a Super Bowl as a backup.
Hey, don't you hate on Big Dick Nick?
Whoa.
That's what they call him, actually. Yeah.
Anyway, AJ
Jacob,
Dillon and
Rashad White to start this week.
Rashad White.
Yeah, I'll take. Damn.
No,
I
don't
still go
overthink it.
Dylan.
Don't overthink it.
Then
not-
I'm gonna
I'm
go Dylan.
overthinking it.
I'm not. I'm
I'm
going
going
Dillon immediately.
I'm gonna go
Brother,
Dylan just
they're
because.
playing the Bears.
Fuck. Baker.
Okay, but you still got a good ass linebacker, TJ Edwards, you brought over there, who can shut Rashad White down by himself, and then you have that other bum ass Chase Edmonds over there. So, like, if you want to just go off of that, then AJ Dillon is no brainer.
Brother, it's Rashad White. Thank me for your win next week.
And B, bro, listen, I hate the Cowboys with everything, but I do admit that Micah Parsons is the best defensive player in football right
Oh
now.
shit, y'all disagree.
Oh
Listen,
no,
not the
he's
best.
that dude is a baller.
I'll tell you what, if I was starting my franchise right now and I had the number 1 overall pick in a fantasy draft, I'm probably thinking about taking Micah Parsons.
Again,
It
Micah
depends on how
Parsons-
you. It depends on how you prefer shit. Like, if you're strictly just a speed rusher off the edge, you don't get better than him. But also, it's like, can he help stop the run?
True.
Ooh.
Penn State.
We will see.
Alrighty. We got 10 minutes till we close this out. We'll run through these last few games. Seahawks Lions. Indoors, no rain. Nothing too crazy on injuries.
I'm looking for a good day from Josh Reynolds.
Well, I'm
I
in
wanted to support that, but I feel it. Amon Ra's
We
gonna
all
eat
like
today.
Gibbs.
Amon Ra's gonna eat today.
Yeah, I mean, me and Zach kind of covered this in the Seahawks Lions preview video, which if you haven't watched yet, you should. But we feel like this could be a knockdown, drag out kind of game. Like this game feels like it could have a lot of fucking points scored in it. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of fantasy players that would
Alright.
pop off.
We got to
Gambling, I like Seahawks plus 4.5.
Me too.
Put that up.
push the brakes, people. We got a $5 donation. 8-man super chat.
Hey,
Full PPR, Aaron Jones out, and only options right now is Brian Robinson, Zach Moss, Mostert, Gus Edwards, Akers available on waivers.
Easy, Brian Robinson.
Brian
bro.
Robinson.
Easy Brian Robinson for
The
me.
only other one I would even look at would be Mostert.
I think
Well, I'd pick up Gus Edwards on the bench just in case he has a breakout.
Yeah.
But for starting, yeah, Mostert would be the only one you could talk yourself into this week. But yeah, Brian Robinson.
yeah, it's Brian Robinson, 100%.
Brian Robinson all the way.
Mostert definitely has the
I think
most.
that's a play because he's going to get you guaranteed points versus like a boomer bust potential, especially if he's your running back too. Like this is kind of what you need.
Mostert,
I never trust Akers.
Mostert definitely has the most home run potential, but then I don't know if the Patriots will let him do that. But Brian Robinson is going to be consistent throughout.
True.
I like Robinson.
True. Thank you for that super chat, James.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
appreciate
Much
you.
love, James.
Much love. Woo.
All right, James. All right, let's move on. Well, we're already on those games. 3 o'clock games. we'll jump into that one. Broncos, Commanders.
Brian Robinson.
Yeah, Brian Robinson for sure.
The
I
Honda.
just have a feeling that a wide receiver for the Broncos is going to go off today. I would definitely play Cortland Sutton if he was on my team today.
100%.
Somebody got to catch that ball. And it ain't going to be Mims.
Yes, Derek, he does.
Yes, Derek.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
2 more weeks of suffering.
We got 2 games at 3:05, and then the rest are at 3:25. We got 49ers, Rams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not touching a single Rams player this week.
You should touch all the 49ers players, though.
Do you think they're going to shit on them, though? They're minus 7.5, so the Niners are favored by on the road.
I'm taking.
Although the
Niners.
Rams' home field is
Yeah,
not as bad as the Chargers, but still, there's going to be a lot of Niners fans there.
I was gonna say, whenever it's a California team that's playing against the Rams, it's almost an away game for them at home, because that team usually shows up way more in spades than the other one does. So
I just trust McVay enough to keep it close.
I don't think he has a say in there. The talent discrepancy is so wide. It's a 2-touchdown game to me.
Yeah.
Is
for
McVay
the
coked
Niners.
up this week, or is he just
Huh?
like normal? Is McVay coked up this week, or is he normal?
Man, he going in on it.
Oh, 93% of the bets are on the Niners, too.
I think he's got to be
That's
coked
tough.
up this week for this one.
100%.
I
If
wouldn't
he's
waste
doing
my
mine on the
stat.
sideline, then maybe the Rams do cover. But
I wouldn't bet it. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't bet it. But if I did, I take the Rams plus 7.5.
MB, if you would have asked me last week, I was really big on Sam Howell, but he let me down a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Don't trust North Carolina quarterbacks.
that is true.
Yeah. I was high on him also. Looking at, I'm from LA. There's hella Niners fans out here.
Yep.
That's how we feel with Cowboy fans here in Houston.
We met Niners fans in Houston that one time. They were
Yeah,
cool.
we do.
MB, how annoying
Maybe
is it
because-
when the Niners fans bark at you?
I have a bunch of friends that are Niners fans.
They be barking. Oh, oh, oh. I hate that shit.
Got a question. Eden said, who should I play in my flex this week? Brees Hall, Amari Cooper, Jared Judy, Tyler Alligator. This is PPR. First off, Amari
Brees.
Cooper's out, so I'm about 90.
Is that 100% now?
It's about 90%. He's his projections are all at 0 now. In fantasy,
And they said,
It's too risky.
yeah, and they
Way
said
too
that he re-aggravated the injury and it could be lagging.
yeah.
I mean, if that's the case, I'm probably going out here.
All right, you gotta go Brees Hall. Brees Hall.
Yeah,
was
Brees
last
Hall
year.
against the Cowboys. I'm
Yeah.
taking that.
I gotta go
can't,
Brees Hall.
dude. I can't.
I'll go with you, Calvin. I'll go with Tyler Alligator.
Alligator. What's up?
I think they're gonna feed both of them on Green Bay,
Yeah. Fuck Green Bay Packers. Anyway.
and I think Brees Hall.
Yeah.
I think that defense in Dallas is gonna stop him. Not
Fuck
stop him
Green Bay
completely,
Packers.
but
Anyways.
Somebody's kid in their Bayou City boys card pulled if they say that shit again.
all right. Speaking of the Cowboys,
He said they're Dodgers fans too, so it makes no sense. What the hell?
we get that here. We get they're Cowboys fans, Astros fans, and then
And
Rockets
Yankees fans.
or they're Yankees
Or
fans.
yeah,
The worst of the Yankees, Cowboys, and
Astros.
Lakers fans.
Oh, those are the worst.
Those are the worst in all of America.
actually, Cowboys, Astros, and Lakers fans are terrible.
No,
Hey, hold my dick.
no.
Whoa.
I don't care if the Yankees, Cowboys, and freaking Lakers fans are the worst because we know why you picked those 3 franchises,
Mm.
and then you wear all 3.
Yeah,
of
those
them
are your
together.
bumper stickers. Yeah.
I see those people at every Rockets game, and I'm like, it's Rockets versus Celtics. What the hell are you doing? Like,
Sawyer, bro. Mike Williams against the Titans today. That's been my play all day, bro.
150%, brother.
I think I've said it 20 times. I just think he has big play capabilities against a team that gives him that would be my play.
Mike
Say
Williams.
20 more times.
Because if you wait on Cooper and then he doesn't play, who are you going to pick up?
If
Yep.
the only way
I mean,
you
there
could-
might be Bateman. No, he probably won't be
if
available.
you have Allen Robinson, you could but that's I'm not risking my whole week on that.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 Monday nights, so luckily you get 4 teams to play with.
It's all good.
Unlikely
MB,
one
bro.
of them is the Panthers.
It's all good, bro. You didn't hurt my feeling. I can't promise you I'm not gonna say it to you though. But I promise you I won't say it next weekend if you come back on Sunday. We'll
That's
do a
true.
week by week truce.
The one of y'all piss each other off, then it's back to fuck yourself, dog.
All right, we got speaking of the Cowboys, Jets Cowboys indoors, Arlington. Of course, we know kicker's out for the Jets. Aaron Rodgers out for the Jets. Brandon Cooks is out for the Cowboys. Brees Hall was questionable with a knee, but he's gonna play.
Oh no.
What do you say? I had some other people start too. Algier, Kelly, Pierce, James Cook. They said Kelly and Algier. Most of you said Algier and Cook. Thoughts?
First
I
of
think the
all,
reason
only
I think
two
the-
that were Algier and Cook were Nick and Calvin. Everyone else said Kelly.
I think the reason people are picking Kelly is because it's prisoner of the moment and that they see that he did well last week when historically he doesn't do well when Austin Eckler is not in the game or playing rather. So
But James Cook
I
doesn't
also
do
think-
well as the starter either. So.
I always say history repeats itself. If you want to try to go against it, be my guest. But I'm going Algier and Cook.
Well, I think that we all agreed earlier that we would have took Cook only today because he was playing the Raiders.
Correct.
Yeah.
And also, Caleb, I would never pick Cook. So
No, you said you sided with him that day earlier. Remember, you were like, "I'll side with you."
sit on Algier.
Yeah, Algier was not on Cook.
Brees Hall, questionable knee.
As I said, his knee is. They said it's a bruised knee or something. So
I'm not picking his head, bro. Also, MB said you're not wrong. Fuck the Stros and fuck the fake Lakers.
Hold on, bro. I thought we
I'm
were making
saying-
peace, and you said fuck the Stros and or fuck
Right.
that.
You said fuck the fake Lakers. The Lakers are fake.
it's probably a Rangers fan.
But then you said you're thick skinned, so you gotta take those.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
yeah. It doesn't bother me, bro.
I
It's
mean,
all
I'm just
that.
gonna talk shit about y'all's team, but you know, like it's whatever.
But real quick on the Jets, plus 8.5. I like that. I think the Jets defense is
Yeah.
good enough to stay in games.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Dak
that
will throw a
defense
pick
is
6
amazing.
or 2.
Plus 8.5. That's a crazy ass. That's free money.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be taking Dallas too because they blew out the Giants, but these aren't the.
Oh,
This
yeah,
isn't the
that's
Giants
good.
defense,
All
and I
right.
hate Zach Wilson.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
Let's run through these last games. What we got?
All right, last games we got Dolphins Patriots tonight, 7:20.
Yeah.
Clear skies, Foxborough, nothing weird.
The guy top left is.
Yeah.
So-
Sleeper. I don't even want to call it sleeper revenge game. Take Gesicki over the Dolphins day.
I was gonna say the same thing.
What about?
Are y'all
How y'all feel
high
about
on-
Kendrick?
Yeah, I was about to say Kendrick Bourne after his last game, or do you think he's
You
gonna
can
fall?
flex him out. I mean, if he continues to have production, then obviously he stays in the starting lineup. But I'd play him until he gives me a reason not to.
I think Ramondre has a better week this week.
See, I
He
have
had
to
the flu
play him.
last week.
I have to play him because I have him or Drake London, and we already know how I feel about that guy.
I think you're getting a heavy dosage of Zeke and Ramondre Stevenson this week. So
We all agreed earlier we're all Butte guys. So
Booty.
I still think
Big
I still
booty
think
guy.
Kendrick Bourne has somewhat of a solid game. I think it's okay.
I'll ride with you, Caleb, on that because I have to hope that.
Yeah.
I
just
Monday-
think,
Dolphins are
I
favored.
just think he's
2.5.
the number one over there for the time being. So.
What was it? Monday night games. We got 2 of them. We're lucky. We got Saints versus Carolina division game. DJ Chark is the only one that for the Carolina that is maybe out, still questionable. Other than that, though, everybody's full go.
Saints are 3-point favorites on the road. I'm taking the Saints. If you think the Saints are going to win the division, this is a game they're going to have to win.
Yep.
So I like the Saints here.
I mean, the Saints, the obvious plays in New Orleans fantasy wise. Play
on,
Derek
man.
Carr, dude. I think Derek Carr's going to be a solid fantasy quarterback, at least top 15 this year.
Then Olave and then Michael Thomas. We have no one else.
we got Shaheed. I think Shaheed eats this week.
Rashid
I think
Shaheed.
Shaheed eats also.
Yep.
He was
I wouldn't be
Miles
surprised
Sanders has
if
a high floor.
Carolina's secondary tight end Tommy Tremble eats this week. I really need Chuba Hubbard to do something this week, which he had a good week 1.
Modisa says DPJ or Allen Robinson.
Donovan Peoples-Jones or Allen Robinson. I'm going Allen Robinson.
For sure.
Yeah, I think I'm going Allen Robinson. Now we get into the last game. Cleveland versus Pittsburgh, 7:15 p.m. with light rain in Pittsburgh.
Now, did I just say that you take Allen Robinson over Donovan Peoples-Jones? Yes, but I still think that he could play a factor, especially if Mark Cooper's not playing. So,
If it's raining on this Monday game, does the run game become more of
100% becomes more important. That's a Jalen Warren kind of game.
And Cam Hayward being out for the Steelers is going to hurt against the Browns rushing attack.
Yeah, I took Najee Harris out because I don't trust him. I'm playing AJ Dillon over him.
I feel like if it's raining, Warren is a nice flex play.
yeah, I agree.
I want to say the Steelers bounce back too with how bad they looked against a legit Niners team. I think they bounce back. Do I pick them to win? The 2-point underdogs at home. I don't mind that. I kind of like the Steelers. I think there's overreactions both ways. The Steelers aren't as bad as they looked, and then the Browns aren't as good as they looked.
Elijah Moore eats in that game, by the way.
Probably, Did anyone pick up Nakua? I drafted him in most of my leagues.
I did not.
This network was
I picked him
ahead
up.
of the world on that Puka Nakua train, bro.
Yep.
We talked about that before week one.
We were talking about him for a while. There's a few
Fucking
people we're talking
MMA.
about.
What's up, fellas? Jamal Williams or Mostert at flex this week, 12 team PPR. That's tough. I'm going Jamal Williams though.
Yeah, I think Jamal
Yeah.
Williams just has more red zone possibilities.
Yep.
Yepper.
Especially if
Well,
what's his name still isn't 100%.
Yepers.
All right. Anybody have last minute picks, last minute sleepers, anything you want to add in?
Play Rashad White.
I think
Y'all. Go ahead.
I think Puka might have somewhat of an okay game, so if you have to flex him in a deep league, it'll be fine.
I like the Seahawks to cover today, 4.5 against the Lions. I think the Chiefs get their first win. And then
Whatever
fuck
the
it, Titans cover.
Whatever the prop is for the Atlanta running backs, rushing yards, take the over.
Talking MMA, no problem. We're here every Sunday. We have videos all throughout the week to help you out. We'll be dropping them down. Monday.
MB, come back next week, bro.
Yeah. Also, if y'all missed this or you get to this late and we just getting off, we do have Twitter, we do have Facebook. You can hit us up on there and ask us questions as well.
You can hit us up on TikTok. I'll respond to you on there, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you can go back through the video too. We may have answered a question that you have.
You
Also,
can always drop comments and we'll read them on our YouTube also, so we can reply
100%.
there.
yeah. Go buy some Monkey Colt coffee. Use the code BYU10. Save 10% at checkout. And subscribe if you haven't yet, because we'll be here every Sunday at 8 a.m.
Every Sunday.
Some news before Tom Pellisario says Roshan Johnson is expected to have a bigger workload today with Deontay Foreman as a healthy scratch. So it looks like they're going to run the two running backs. And then to finish it off, Jets head coach Robert Silas says he believes even no matter who his quarterback is, his team can win on the road against the Cowboys with a stellar defense, a strong special team,
God, I hope.
You gotta say
and
that.
a
You
run,
can't say
and a
we're
run
fucked.
game.
You can't be like, you know what? Rodgers is out. What's the point? Like, you're not gonna say that. They're not winning that game, but they're gonna keep it close.
Appreciate you, MB.
Much love, everybody. If y'all got any questions, like I said, drop all those. Like, subscribe. We are every Sunday at 8 in the morning Central Time. We got you covered on videos for parlays, for IDP, for every single thing you can think of when it comes to fantasy. Oh, we got one last one. You got right in. McLaurin or JSN, full PPR.
Jason.
I think I want to go Scary Terry.
Jason. 13's covering Scary Terry too.
Jason has a higher ceiling, but McLaurin's definitely a safer play.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
don't play safe. I'm a gambler.
I'm going to go Scary Terry.
I'm going Scary Terry. It depends on the league you're in and how much money you got riding on it.
Jason.
Dallas going to drop another 2 defense TD. We'll see. All right.
Doubtful.
That's a good bet, though, a defensive touchdown in that game between those two teams.
Yeah.
And with Zach Wilson and Dak throwing the ball, I like that one.
That is true, actually. Never mind. All right, people. Much love, everybody. Good luck this week and week 2. Hopefully, y'all get some wins. Let us know on some of our videos how you did. We are out of here.